if you're watching something about it on the news,
Yeah.
they're obviously not going to tell you some, one part of it, like what's going, all the conspiracies and that,
Oh,
they're just going to have a
yeah.
narrative,
Of
they'll
course, of
have the
course. Yeah,
the
the
news now,
mainstream media narrative. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
and there's a lot of like other podcasts out there, whatever,
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
do talking about the same shit, but
Yeah.
they also have a narrative.
The podcast themselves, you reckon?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess.
because a lot of those people are like celebrities,
Yeah, yeah.
and they're not gonna necessarily go down a fucking rabbit hole and then get risk
Mm.
being cancelled or whatever.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
So, in saying that, this is why we're here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We
To
can't get. There's
explore
nothing
all
to
the narratives.
all the narratives,
Yeah, and
because
just
you can't cancel
think of
this.
possibilities.
Can they cancel us?
Don't
I
know.
don't. I don't have anything to cancel really.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how many people are listening. We'll
Fuck
see.
it, I don't know. Like that's.
I guess yeah, you only have risk of that if you have like a massive audience and you have major influence over people.
But
So I
well,
think
also
yeah.
maybe like if we have just say some shit now, and then in
Mm,
3 years' time we'll go, like, oh fucking look at
exactly,
these
like
cunts.
Nostradamus. That's a big build up.
So let's let's go from the beginning, man. Do we go down? We got a fork in the road. Is
Mm.
coronavirus natural and real,
Mhm.
or is it lab made bullshit? Which way are we gonna go? For now,
Well,
we can take either other, and we can come back to the fork and take the other way
yeah,
later.
exactly, exactly.
So
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
imagine. Okay, the
I think the
the
shortest route will be just to go. Okay, this thing is real. It came from the markets, and let's talk
yeah, yeah,
about it
yeah, yeah, yeah.
now.
That's what I was gonna say. The other pathway kind of excites me a little bit more
Yeah, it's
because
exciting, but let's cover this one
yeah, we'll go with
because it's
like
very
we'll
hard to come back
go with
from
the
the other one.
mainstream media narrative that
Mainstream media.
it's
Okay,
naturally occurring and
so let's recoup it.
mm,
Something happened. Something got eaten.
yeah,
Whatever.
yeah,
Something jumped from somewhere.
mhm,
Was all fucking natural as
yeah.
fuck.
It's just yeah,
And then bam, bam, bam. We're here. All
yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
Now we're here. Let's
It's
take
a
this.
quick summation. All right. So next, the other pathway.
No, no. Like, okay, let's expand it a little bit.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
let's to this situation. So let's say it's real. We're not gonna listen or go with any of these fucking other idiots that are out there protesting or anything. This shit is
Mm,
real.
mm, mm,
The
mm.
authorities out there are trying to fucking get rid of it. They're fucking locking everyone down, but
Yeah,
they have
yeah,
to do it because
exactly.
la da 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 da.
Precautionary,
Yeah,
yeah. Because
precaution.
if
And
you don't do anything, then
and we got the idiots
there'll be a
out
lot of
there.
backlash.
Let's call them idiots for now.
Yeah.
Okay, the conspiracy theories, the idiots, the
Mm,
impatient crowd. Let's call
mm.
them that for now, right? We'll go with the narrative. So they are there fucking protesting, getting all the fines, getting arrested for fucking posting for Facebook.
Yeah,
For
well,
Facebook, bro.
organizing protests against lockdowns,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that
Okay,
was
so they're getting the doors smashed in, like not
yeah.
like knock on the door and go, hey, matey, can you just explain yourself about this fucking
Isn't it
post? No, none of that, man. They're like
isn't it
fucking.
like when the last time I heard cops were doing that, or like the last time I heard on news that cops were breaking into people's houses, or one of the times that they were, is the whole like terrorism, like they would raid people's houses or even like drug
Okay, but
dealers.
we're gonna go with the authorities on this one
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
fuck this cunt. What's he doing?
But just
Spreading
think,
this fucking bullshit.
yeah,
Like,
someone
man,
trying
there's
to
a fucking
organize,
virus out there. People are
yeah,
fucking dying. And then this guy's out there fucking having fun on his little computer, like, oh, let me do that. Nah, man, you gotta fucking, and they gotta do it a little bit rough so no
yeah,
one does it. You know what I mean? They
yeah,
gotta go
yeah.
like, in there and show like
But
people,
is
look, we're
that's
gonna fucking be rough on you. We're gonna
yeah,
break a
but
door.
that's crazy that
A
it's come to
locksmith's
this
gonna
point.
come.
Like you can organize, you can't even organize an event these days. Like
Well, that's a little bit, yeah.
when you go against this narrative, like there's severe punishments.
Yeah, but see, everybody is like trying to shout like, "Oh, look, it's fucking whatever," such a. Hey, Sasha, go to your bed. Go on, go lie down. So everyone is like at the moment they're going a little bit against the authorities, trying to. But there's a
Exactly.
pandemic. The thing is, this is not just some sort of a excuse. They don't have like a really a weak excuse. I mean,
Mm.
yeah, you can go down the other path of conspiracy, but we're not.
Mm.
We're staying on this side for
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
For now, we're
yeah.
not going to touch the conspiracy shit.
Yeah, yeah,
If
yeah.
the shit is real, and you
You're
got this fucking Muppets out
exactly,
there
yeah.
trying to fucking disturb this whole fucking
Yeah,
thing.
you're looking at it from this perspective.
Yeah, yeah,
So
from
the
there, right.
conspiracy side of it is not the real.
Not the
It's
real
not
at
the
all.
truth.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna look at that for now, and then
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
gonna go back to the other side.
Yeah.
So you got this fucking Nazi kind of what I
Like
was trying to
fascist regime happening at the moment.
yeah, but it's because of the pandemic, right? So that's why not a lot. Most of the people, 99% of people, I reckon, in
It's
Australia,
very
at least,
authoritarian for
it
sure.
is,
that's
it is.
for
But
sure.
99% of us, we're like, okay, let's fucking go with this while the
Mm.
pandemic thing is happening. Okay,
Yeah.
if it's happening, I'm going with this. If it wasn't happening, of course I'll be like, no, man, what the fuck?
Yeah, yeah, of course, of
I'm
course.
gonna go down fucking and sort something out with the fucking placard or something. You know?
Yeah.
Free the people. I don't know. But so okay. But how long do you like? How long do people like? How much patience do people have? How much patience?
I feel like it's already starting to wear thin, like people are organizing against the authorities to, stop the lockdown. So people have probably already reached their limits. They already have, and I'm sure millions have before, a lot earlier. So, yeah, like, it's,
Did you lose what you
yeah,
just
just, just like,
just think
I
about
just
laundry
drifted-
for a second.
drifted up into outer space then for a second. Just like, it boggles my mind the current situation that we're in. Like, I never thought that I'd be in this scenario before in my life. It's really bizarre. It feels like you're in a sci-fi flick or something, which is really full on. I think it's just falling off the table.
He moved it around some.
Yeah. That's better. That's better.
I wasn't tired.
I'll start this again. I'll tell you what.
Let's
All
do
right,
it
can
again.
you hear me?
We can start it from.
Yeah, you can start it if you want to start it again. That was pretty mashed, that one.
Corona 3.0.
3.0, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I do like the idea of like we spoke about earlier, I do like the idea of the pathways, like going down the mainstream media pathway and the conspiracy theorist pathway, because there's so many interesting things to look at.
Yeah, definitely. I think that the quickest pathway is the
Mm.
mainstream media, the narrative. The
Yeah,
mainstream
yeah.
media, I mean, we can jump on their side
Yeah.
and go and look at it from their perspective.
Mhm.
That, yes, the fucking corona is real.
Mhm.
Apparently, it's fucking naturally occurring thing. It's a
Mhm.
fucking pandemic. It's killing people. They don't
Mhm.
know, exactly how many or how it's gonna affect everyone. So they don't want it to spread.
Yeah.
Right? They're trying to stop it. Okay.
Mhm.
And the protests and all that bullshit and all the Facebook crap doesn't help.
Mhm.
Right? That's
Mm.
their narrative. That's the
Yeah,
news
yeah, yeah.
narrative.
Yeah, anything that goes against being, cautious about the virus spreading, is looked down upon heavily from this narrative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to jump off. I just want to talk about that narrative
Yeah.
for some reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like their narrative is so fucking weird, man. There's so many loopholes in it that I kind of want to keep my face straight, even
with the
with
media
that media
Yeah,
narrative.
what-
I can't. I
what-
kind of want I'm
Yeah.
trying to go with their fucking story,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
But I
What
kind of want
gets you the most? Like,
all the whole fucking thing. Like
Mhm.
there's so many questions.
yeah, yeah.
Like people are having not even flu symptoms and getting
Mm.
over it, and somehow we're shutting down a whole fucking country.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
so, to me, it's like, okay, it's then that means they're not telling us something. They're not telling us something. It's not just a
Mm.
fucking virus that causes the flu. it's something else, and they know it's something else. They don't want it to spread,
Mm.
but or they're testing the spread away. Oh, what the fuck is going on? You
Mm.
know what I mean?
Mm. Mm.
There's something going on because the bullshit they're saying does not make fucking sense
Yeah, yeah.
to anybody. You speak to anybody, like how many people like we see around, and whoever you
There's a lot
fucking
of
speak to,
there's a lot of confusion around, you know.
yeah, no
Yeah.
one really. If you either get people that question it, or you
Mm.
get those ones like that just pro fucking news.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, that's what the two narratives are good.
But none of them know exactly what's going on.
That I think that's the one thing that's come out of this for me is how much unknown there is about all of this, because there's so many different theories and ideas, there's so many gray areas. You know, you don't know where do you find the real truth of what's actually happening, you know?
You know what shits me? It shits me that I cannot fucking turn the TV on
Mm.
and look at
It's
something and
everywhere.
trust the person.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? Like how are you fucking? Are you seriously? Are you that type of guy that or person that
Mm.
turns on the TV and some guy on the other end goes la da ba da papa and
Uh,
you're like, okay,
yeah, no, I can't do that.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah. You see,
It's
honey, let's do what he says.
that's the thing. Like I'm always the type of person that needs to find out things for myself. So I'll go do a bit of research about something. If I want to know an answer to something, then there's so many resources out there. You'd be able to find the answer. But with coronavirus, I feel like there's no getting to the bottom of it. Do you know what I mean? There's no real way of knowing whether it's naturally occurring or if it's some synthetic man-made disease.
And then and the thing is, like, I don't trust, I don't believe either. You know, I
Mm.
don't believe some of the conspiracy theories are pretty good. You know what I mean?
Some of the
Like,
things make sense, yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, they're interesting, but they are just stories on the internet.
But what
You
is
know what I mean?
media?
Like,
What is the
really,
news, you know? I feel like the news is just, again, it's
exactly,
stories.
exactly. So we lost what we lost. We lost the ability to be able to trust,
Mm.
the people that we put in fucking power.
Exactly, yeah.
What the fuck? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why is Andrews? What's his name? What's his name? You know, the guy, the health
Andrews
minister,
from
the minister,
the
health minister,
Victorian Health Minister.
Victoria.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's alright. I think he's a good bloke,
Mm.
but I think he's a little bit. When he comes out and talks, I just don't feel his heart. I don't. I just something. Just don't trust him. If I could be able to trust this person
Mm.
and these faces
Yeah, yeah.
and their actions and what they say is backed up and they don't just come around and fucking flip around every couple of years from
Yeah, yeah.
from job to job, but they make it their fucking life mission to fucking help in health sector, then
Yeah.
I would probably be more inclined to believe him, but I don't at the moment.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I
Eh,
mean, yeah, well, I feel like, in my mind, politicians are hard to trust in general.
yeah, sneaky cunts.
They're, no, they're there for a purpose, and a lot of it I feel like is sort of PR and communication, and they do that very well. Like they're very, very eloquent, and you know, but that can be very deceiving, I guess. That could just be a facade. You don't really know what's going on behind that either. But yeah, with Andrews, I don't know. I kind of I get a bit of a sense of like him being genuine. I feel.
You feel more?
Yeah,
You
I
feel
kind of feel.
genuine?
Yeah, when I listen to him, I'm like, his. But again, yeah, it could just be his communication skills. But I don't know. Just I feel like I could trust this guy a little bit, and he's just going through the paces and having to deal with this shit too.
Yeah,
Um,
I think if yeah.
what
Yeah.
what about this? Like, what do you think? Now that we're on this media narrative, like the mainstream media narrative, do you think everything that's happening? Do you think they're going about it the right way? Like the lockdowns, shutting down the economy. I feel
Um,
like some of the things that they're doing are really,
they're very drastic.
really drastic. Like I think there's going to be
I
long-term
think
effects.
I think maybe that it shows the lack of professional people we have that
Mhm.
are quick thinkers on their feet, that are creative in
Mhm.
in letting. Maybe there are people like that, but they're just not letting them do their thing. They don't letting them
Mhm.
work. You know, being creative of how are you going to separate the community and still let the economy function.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? There was not like the oh you're 1.5, man. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, yeah.
That's like it's not gonna really work. Like let's get creative,
Mm.
smart people
Mhm.
on this
Yeah.
so that you know we can still go around about our daily lives.
Exactly. Yeah.
But um, yeah, I don't know. I'm not that smart to create anything like that. But you know what I mean?
I feel like they could just be a lot more tactical in what they're doing. Like now, it feels like they're just throwing a wide net. Like,
Yeah.
all right, lock down the whole state or the country or whatever, and then through that, like that over precautionary action, through that, like in their mind, there would be a guarantee that this would stop the spread. But if they were more tactical, if they were like, okay, let's separate the people who are at most risk and look with your more elderly or people who have pre-existing illnesses, whoever is more vulnerable to this disease, separate them and care for them, look after them, have them constantly being tested, and those who aren't susceptible or can catch it and will survive,
I
undoubtedly,
think also, you know
can go
what?
about their daily business.
Yeah, and I think also what they could do is to not send armed police to some of these protests.
The police, like some of the videos I've seen lately with police and how
I,
aggressive they're being, like,
yeah, I think they should not send I mean, like there should be
mm,
armed police around, but they should just be back somewhere. They should be like you know, the guys that either control traffic,
yeah,
the highway patrol, whatever the
yeah.
fuck, pop, pop, pop. But the guys that are gonna go deal with the crowd, they should be just nice dudes and fucking, you know, big dudes,
I
like,
know,
but
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
not
yeah,
professionals. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, without weapons. There's no weapons, and
yeah,
don't put them in this in this fucking hectic military
yeah,
fucking get up. Give them those white overalls. You know
mm.
the white overalls with the blue shits. They look peaceful. They're like peace guys with no weapons. Like, give them a flashlight or something. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah,
Whatever, like a pair of handcuffs. Send
yeah,
them there like people that can handle themselves. Don't
yeah,
send them there
exactly.
fucking them young rookies, right?
Yeah, yeah,
That want
yeah,
to prove themselves or something. Send them there like nice, chilled, fucking burly
exactly,
dudes. That if something
exactly.
goes down, they can just subdue somebody like nicely. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Without
exactly.
any
And
fucking
even just discuss it or talk it,
discuss,
like, yeah,
talk. Like, come
doesn't
on,
need to get
guys. We
physical.
understand your point. We
Yeah,
understand your point. We don't want to. Da, 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 da.
yeah,
Let's do this fucking, you know, after this is over. Let's
yeah,
do
yeah,
this after this is over. Okay, I know you guys want to protest. I know you fucking, everyone's fucking suffering. Everybody is.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, you're not the only ones. But most of us are fucking at home and doing everything. But, you know, I don't know.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
a lot of people in dire straits situations,
Oh
man,
yeah, definitely,
losing
definitely.
their houses and shit like that. How are you gonna go tell them to like relax? You know, how are you gonna tell that
Yeah,
guy to
exactly,
relax when
exactly.
he's got fucking two kids, a wife, and he's got to get out of the house because the bank is calling him? How are you
Yeah,
gonna tell that guy to
exactly.
fucking chill, yeah, just lock down for another 6 weeks?
That's right. Yeah, that's why people are doing these sort of things like organizing protests and things like that, and they're gaining traction. That's why
Yeah,
the authorities are being so forceful on it because it's working.
everything is shutting down.
Yeah.
Like a lot of
Oh
shops are
yeah.
shutting down.
That's what worries me. Like now everyone's struggling. People have dipped into their superannuation or whatever it is. Imagine 5 years down the track. Like what is that going to cause? All these businesses are going. Or a lot of businesses are shutting down. People are going out of business. People are going to be
There's
more
something
in debt. It's
there's
just
something they're
crazy.
not saying. I think there might be there's something they're not saying about this virus. I don't want to fuck. I'm not a
Mm.
conspiracy theorist, but that's what the arrows are pointing to that. Because if this thing just causes a little bit of a, I don't know what percentage, whatever the percentage of the population dies, which is apparently at the moment lower than just the regular flu. You know what I mean? Like, but then how do you tell people that are elderly that you know what, grandma, grandpa, we're just gonna let this fucking virus loose because we want to go out to pubs and drink and party and shit, man. Like, so I'm sorry if you get it, but
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
how it is. Like I just really want to get some bitches.
Just live fast, die young.
Yeah, yeah. I just really want to get some bitches and blah da 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 da. So you're gonna have to like get this corona. You might die, buddy. But
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
up to you. I don't know. What do you reckon? Like, that's yeah. Okay, fair enough. But
Mm.
then there is flus. Like, there's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
flu. There is.
Yeah, what happened to the flu? Like,
It's gone,
I'm
man.
sure a
It's
lot of
fucking.
people. Has it been? Was that last season the flu?
No, it
Is
was
that
like
out of
that.
date? Is that
That
not
went with
fashionable
the.
anymore?
That fucking ended with Seinfeld. That was the
Yeah, yeah.
2019
Fair
was the
enough.
last
Had
episode
its
of the
finale.
flu.
Yeah.
Yeah, had its finale. Everyone had a little bit of a.
But and in even like how long? I feel like coronavirus now. Does that go around in circulation like the flu? Is there going to be like a coronavirus season, like there's a flu season? Is that how it works?
No, leave it. You're fine.
Yeah.
Why you just keep touching it, bro?
Because I feel like I'm not close enough to it.
Yeah, you just pull it towards you. No, you pulled that thing towards you like
Yeah, I know,
this.
but it's like, oh yeah, okay,
You know what I mean?
yeah, fair enough. Oh
It's
yeah,
like it's got 3D movement, bro.
yeah, that's true, that's true.
um, well, where was I?
No, I was saying something.
If it's gonna come back seasonal or not.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's going to be with us forever now, isn't it? Like, is this what we're going to expect to experience every time it comes back around now? Like,
what were you talking about? Like it's gonna be borders shut, fucking da.
I'm saying like,
not flying around.
do
Is that what
you
you're talking about? If the
do you like? I mean, we haven't eradicated just the common cold or the flu.
Mhm.
So even if there's a vaccine for the coronavirus, I still imagine it's going to be something that exists long term. So even though there might be a vaccination out, and people take the vaccination, it's still going to occur. It's still going to affect people. It's still going to make people ill. So, when
Well, I don't want to think that.
yeah, but I
I
mean,
don't want that. There's no fucking
I
way
wouldn't
I want this shit. But
exactly like how long does this last, or is there a season where we go okay, from January through to March, we need to go into lockdown?
are they saying that they're going to kill the corona with the vaccine? Like they're going to eradicate corona with vaccine? Is that how
Yeah,
you eradicate a virus?
that's what I'm thinking. Like,
But
is it gone for good then, or
no, it cannot go for good because you're going to
Exactly.
carry the antibodies. You're going to
Exactly.
carry the virus
Well,
in you.
Well, we have been carrying coronavirus antibodies for a long time. Like coronavirus, this is just a different strand of
Oh
a
yeah.
virus. Yeah, there's some anti bacterial like hand wash sort of things that actually have
Oh yeah.
protects you from coronavirus. Yeah, but long before this came out.
So back to the media.
Mm.
Media has been shitting me, bro. It's been shitting me when they say like the new normal. That phrase, like I
Yeah,
said
yeah,
last time, it's fucking shits me, bro. It shits me big time. That
yeah,
phrase, new
yeah.
normal. Like shut the fuck up.
Exactly. It's kind of like it's like what happened to the old normal? Like what if I like the old normal? Like
Yeah.
now all of a sudden like I have no choice. It has to be the new normal,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a term that makes you feel like we're completely changing the way we
Mm.
go about daily
Mm.
life, and that's crazy.
And I feel like a lot of the mainstream media is
Mm.
like, why are they all, why you know what's interesting? Why all the newspapers, right? They
Mm.
have the same angle.
All the
Well,
newspapers.
yeah, all the news. It's all the same mainstream angle, right? It's kind of like a little bit like different from one to another. I don't know. It's all the same.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they all take the same side.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't matter which channel or news corporation you watch.
Exactly.
You
There's
always
got to be
get the same
consistency, yeah, for sure.
narrative, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
so how,
Because
so that means that how would you get a different opinion across
Mm.
if obviously they're all in cahoots and they all have the fucking probably
I-
go to the same parties and shit.
I feel like they get they all get the information from similar sources.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like a lot of the things that they're talking about are very similar.
Well, they're probably getting their news from the government. That's why.
Well,
Obviously,
yeah,
dickheads.
yeah. I mean, a lot of it would be focused towards the government, especially now. Whatever decisions they're making, they'd always be right on top of, what are they doing, what are they announcing today, or whatever it may be. But I feel like their sources would all be very similar.
So let's go to this little conspiracy thing about that little video we watched about from what's that? What is that fucking podcast thing on the YouTube? Where he was saying that it got
London Real.
London Real,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
the virus was patented.
And what was
And
his name? I can't remember the guy who was speaking in the video.
yeah, that's quite an interesting little.
But
If somebody wants
his
to watch
theory-
that,
Yeah,
you can find it on YouTube.
yeah.
It's a lot to explain in there, but
But who is it? It's London Real. And who's talking? Can you remember? Someone, was it Schwartz or something like that? I don't know. Might be making names up now.
Schwartz.
People are just going to be typing in London Real Schwartz.
Yeah, it's like
End
a
up with
watch
some
comes
German
up.
pornography or some shit. I don't know.
Come here and get my Schwartz. Can I get the Schwartz on? Right, so there's a lot of conspiracies, man. You can go down the fucking track, but the obvious one is that, for me, like, without even going to anything and just going off the mainstream media of what they say, we can conspire a lot of fucking conspiracies because their story does not match, It's bullshit, man. Like, you gotta have, as a mainstream media, you gotta have fucking questions. And you gotta ask them, why is no one asking these fucking questions?
Yeah, very true.
Like, why are they all like, oh yeah, so it's and that's it. Like, what? I don't know where I went with that. In my mind.
But I looked into your eyes and I saw you were scared. Like you didn't even know where you were.
Oh shit.
Are you saying like why is the mainstream media not like accepting or even giving time to these conspiracy theorists? But, like, should they consider some of the things that these conspiracy theorists are saying?
Yeah, well, like one simple question you can ask Sasha, go to your bed. Don't come over. I know you're all happy. Come on, settle down. Go on. Good girl. So the simple question I don't know if they even asked it, but couldn't they ask Andrews and say, hey mate, well look, it's pretty much like a flu. Why can't we just let this thing go? Like, how long are we going to keep it up? Where is the cutoff date? Okay, Mr. Andrews, like, if people are suffering, how long are we going to keep this up? Okay, let's give it a hard cutoff date. Let's give it like, okay, whatever the fuck we're in September now, aren't we? Like, let's give it till the end of September, and we all as a nation, we're gonna fucking do this, guys. Let's do this.
What are you saying? Like, open everything up, just go back to normal.
And after that, just open it. After that, fuck it. Open it up. Because we gotta fucking live. We gotta eat.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because if you don't let us open up, not only my grandma will die, I'm gonna fucking die.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be on the streets. I'm gonna be fucked up.
Yeah.
If you don't open up this fucking shit.
That's right. That's what it's gonna come to, for sure. If it keeps
So,
going like this, that's exactly what it's gonna come to.
Yeah. So why don't they do that? Like, why is the media not saying that? Like, look, that's what's happening in the fucking country.
It's it's a big decision because you've got people who are happy that everything's locked down in order to keep everyone healthy, and then you have other people who are like you, where it's like, I've just I've had enough. Let's just fucking open it up. So it's a big decision, like how do you vote for that, or I don't know. I feel like it could cause a lot of friction. A lot of people who are like, no, I don't want it opened up. I like it how it is because I'm scared that my family may be affected, whatever. I don't know, but the way that it's going at the moment is not sustainable at all. So something needs to be done.
Mm.
Yeah.
But so a lot of people that are probably don't have the best of healths are probably gonna be like, nah, fuck this. I want to work from home. I'm comfortable here. I can eat my fucking chicken.
Yeah.
I can order my fucking Uber Eats. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I've got a
exactly.
job. Should probably like, oh shit, I didn't say shit. He or she, whatever.
Exactly.
They're
Yeah.
probably like a computer worker, maybe on the phone. They're doing fuck all. But that's
Exactly.
not
Yeah. Yeah.
sustainable. You can't expect to be working at home and keep the economy going, man. You gotta be out there making some shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you can't keep a country going by you sitting at home and fucking doodling on the computer, bro. I'm sorry to say. That
Yeah,
was
that's
like
fair enough.
awesome 2 years ago. But like, you gotta get out there, man. You gotta
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
do some shit. You can't be fucking around like that for too long. I mean, like, fair enough, but like, no, that there's no, I don't know, like, people are putting in their own information, right? So you don't need data entry anymore. Everything's out there anyway.
Mm.
So all these data entry motherfuckers.
Yeah. Yeah. I still there's a lot of work that's done on computers that is,
Fuck them, let's
is
throw them
valid.
out.
It's because you're a tradie. It's because you're out there working with your hands. I don't think you appreciate the like what's involved in like computer work or
No, I do. I play games, man. I love that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And that probably takes like a whole fucking building of fucking
of
gigs.
course. Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? To create a fucking game, you know?
Definitely. Yeah, you're creating another world.
Then you need like,
essentially.
fucking like a Chinese town to make the fucking PlayStation, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
It's probably true.
you know, a
So.
bunch of fucking Norwegians to ship it over here on their boats. Oh, oh. Just got the PlayStation.
That's how
in the-
coronavirus got over here.
with the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty shit. We're laughing about it, but there's people out there. You know what? Little bit, kind of like I don't know what to say about the people that kind of
Mm.
go. Oh, it's so hard to be at home. You know, like I'm really getting
Mm.
anxious and
Yeah. Because you got to think about like I'm naturally quite introverted, so I can kick back at home easy. I love a social environment, obviously, because I'm a human being. But what about those people who just strive in, extroverted scenarios or scenarios where they allow them to be extroverted? It's
Yeah.
for them to be locked inside a home with no social,
I see
or
a lot of
connection,
people
like you'd go mental.
yeah, I see a
Mm.
lot of people doing weird shit on like Facebook, on the stories and stuff.
Oh
That people
yeah.
go overboard. You're like, fuck, you're locked up. I understand,
Yeah.
but please stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking through Facebook a little bit, and I saw some of those. Like people are going mental on like posting, just broadcasting their lives at the moment.
Yeah,
People are going like insane with that.
yeah.
And some of the stuff that I see on my Facebook, I'm like, this is too much. This is like this person's like, it's like a show now.
You ju-
Like I could watch this person's life like almost take place in front of me through Facebook. Some of them are going overboard.
overboard, man. Like
Yeah.
there's like pictures of mine, like a plate of soup, with this, like a, and
Yeah.
then they would Photoshop it with that explosion, like wow, like a little kitty on the side, and I'm like, fucking, it's a plate of
This is-
soup, bro. Fucking, what are you
I
doing?
know, yeah.
Why are you wasting my fucking time with this?
Oh
Like,
my
please,
God.
like I'm giving you energy to click on you.
Yeah.
Please make it interesting. Like,
Yeah.
let this 2 seconds be worth it. No, it's a plate of soup, and there's like 2 carrots and a potato just swimming there.
Yeah. It's that, and that's what it is. It's just like everyday mundane shit. Like I had one the other day as well, food related. It just had all the ingredients laid out for this dish, and it was just like stir fry.
Yeah.
Like nothing complicated, nothing fancy, exactly the same thing. But it was like the first video was, it was a photo of just the ingredients. The next one was like stirring it in the pot, and then the next one was like the lid, took the lid off, and I'm like, Bro, this is just like a standard
They shouldn't cut
weeknight
it off.
meal.
Let's follow this fucking meal, man. I want to
I
see it fucking go down.
know.
You know, I want to see it
But I'm
be
like, this is
waved
just
in the
like,
toilet. You know,
when's it end? You know?
what does it end?
Yeah, it's just like in the toilet.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to see the whole process.
That's right. It's what it is.
Yeah, like how is it? It's important process. How is this? Whatever you put in, how is it gonna come out? Is it come out like a bit soft? Maybe I don't want that stir fry.
Soon,
It might look good, but
imagine this.
the end is not that good.
Imagine this, right? You had imagine it got to the point. Imagine Facebook where people are broadcasting so much, and people are interested in these little videos of their life. Imagine it got to the point where they had like a camera that was on their head, like strapped on their head, and you had the option of just like clicking in and like watching their day to day, like the interactions, this, that. Imagine it got to that point where you're like, oh, I'm gonna live the day in the life of Alex today, you know, and click this button with some
So
goggles on, and I'm just laying here, and you're just like walking around talking to people. Imagine it went that far, you
But
know?
they have like that shit like with the what's her name? You know the fucking what's her name with the sisters.
Which
The
one?
Kardashians. Kardashians.
Like reality TV. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
That's what it's like.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
but
but
it's
the
just-
Facebook
there's
one
a
is the
lot-
shitty one.
Exactly.
You know, like
There's just some really shit
Yeah.
reality TV going on
Yeah.
at the moment.
if you're listening to this, man, and you're about to take a fucking picture of your plate
Soup.
of soup, you know, like fucking don't. All right, no one gives a fuck. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro, some people would. Your mom would. Your dad would. They'll be like, "Oh, look at him. He's eating. He's eating
Yeah.
well. He's
Yeah. Like.
yeah." But we don't. Zero fucks. You know, zero fucks. Unless you have it like a human eyeball just fucking swims up there and fucking like
It's
something
interesting.
something
yeah.
interesting.
Do something interesting. with
Yeah,
this soup,
exactly,
you know?
man.
Yeah.
Eat the fucking eye. Like get an eye. Put it in there. Boil it up. Freak people out. That's good. You know.
Now we're just discussing what content we like on Facebook.
But back to Corona.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Fuck. Man, I don't know. I'm on the fence. I don't want to fucking. You know, there's people like all these people that come on the TV. They look pretty serious.
Mm.
Like they're serious. They're not
Wait.
joking around.
I saw an interview being conducted the other day on the news with a doctor, and he was wearing like a lab coat. And he's
Serious,
like name
serious,
tag, and I'm like,
serious kid.
I felt like it was, I don't know, it just felt like they were playing dress ups or something, you know, like, why does he have to be wearing a lab coat, you know what I
For
mean?
an interview, yeah.
Yeah,
Just-
it's just random.
But then they could have interviewed anybody, just fucking me like this.
Yeah,
How you going? Oh yeah,
exactly, yeah, exactly.
yeah,
That's
it's
the
not
thing.
good.
It seems more legit with the lab coat and the
Yeah.
name tag. Yeah.
We need respirators and masks.
Yeah.
It's really shit that you gotta wear a mask. That would fucking shit me.
Yeah.
Straight up, and it will shit me.
Mm.
That's all I can say.
I don't think I've worn a mask one time throughout this whole.
When I was in Sydney and I was on a site, like
Yeah.
a dusty site, and I remember fucking wearing like a mask
Mm-hmm.
for like a couple of days straight,
Yep.
and it was fuck. Yeah, fuck.
Drives you insane.
Man, your lungs start to feel a bit
Yeah,
weird.
you're breathing in all this toxic like bacteria that gets stuck in the mask. Like
Yeah,
if no air's coming in, no bacteria is coming
Yeah.
in. That means no bacteria is going out. You know, like it's
Yeah.
just a little.
like a super shit.
Oh, not
Your
good.
bad breath and that. Like half of these mouth breathers don't even brush their teeth. You know.
Yeah.
Oh God, it sucks. So I'm really like, how do you say? I feel sorry for the Melburnians.
Yeah, you sympathise for
I
them.
sympathize
Mm.
with the cunts.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they've got it pretty tough at the moment. You know.
Fucking unbelievable.
It seems like it's very tense down there at the moment. I got some family that live there as well, and
Yeah, so I reckon if they fucking would, the authorities would just do that, man. They'll just go like, fucking look, guys, we gotta fucking. Well, they are saying that. I heard Andrews say shit like that. Like you just gotta hanker down.
Yeah,
We're all in
exactly.
this together. La di
Exactly.
da di da di da.
That's the approach I like from him. It's kind of like, I'm going through it too. I know this is shit. I know this information's not what you want to hear, but
But the cops gotta stop fucking doing this heavy-handed shit, man. The
yeah.
breaking doors for a post. I mean, like, fair enough. What he's doing is probably fucking shit and incitement. It is incitement,
Mm,
like whether it's just a Facebook post or not.
yeah.
But I've shared some fucking weird shit on
About
Facebook.
coronavirus
I
or
don't know, like, because sometimes you, like, you're taking a shit on the toilet and something comes up and you're in a fucking mood and you just share it. You might be angry at something and you
yeah,
just
yeah,
share
yeah,
something. Like,
yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
You might be like, I don't know, like, sometimes you find something funny and you share it.
Of course, yeah, yeah.
Sometimes you think it's a joke, but then after you share it, someone messages you, goes, "Hey man, what the fuck is that? That's not a joke." And you're like, "Oh, I thought it was."
Yeah, yeah. That's it. Yeah,
Like, so you don't know.
exactly,
It's
exactly.
not like your content. You're just sharing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or did they post it? I don't know if they posted it. I don't know. But I don't know what the fuck. But I reckon, like, going in there smashing a door
Yeah, the
is
heavy-handedness
a
is
little
yeah.
bit. I think they need to. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how would you approach it. Knowing me, if I would fucking put on a uniform and give me a gun, I'll be out there fucking like a bah, like Terminator, fucking down on the ground, shoot him like just in the leg.
Just for trying to organize a protest.
Yeah, fuck him. Not on my
Oh
fucking watch,
god.
all right? Not on my fucking watch. I take my job seriously.
Well, that's what these cops are probably doing.
Yeah,
They're probably
yeah.
in that mindset where it's like this is like a threat against our national well-being or whatever.
National security.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck,
So they just take it too far, and it's just
yeah.
it can be addressed in so many
So
other ways. So many other ways.
so you can say like, oh look, it's just a fucking Facebook post, but yeah, these guys are fucking losing so much money, so much money. Everyone's losing so much for being while being locked down.
Mm-hmm,
Like that's
mm-hmm.
another thing is talking about conspiracy. Why they're locking? They some people might say that they're doing it on purpose
Yeah,
because they want everybody to lose their money. Ta da da, big corporation, la pa ta pa pap, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, yes, maybe that could be conspiracy. I don't know. I'm not fucking educated enough in that bit of it to say too much, but yes, it could be a possibility. Maybe it's the game for the rich at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's another way you can look at it too, where maybe people were getting a bit, too close or too comfortable or
You know what else is happening? Like all the rich people right now with money, they're
mm,
buying everything. They're fucking like
yeah,
everyone's fucking going broke, and everyone's like just looking to get out of shit that they just got into 3 years ago,
yeah,
whatever the fuck they got into.
mm.
We're talking big things. We're talking about like islands. We're talking people that bought
Oh,
bought
okay.
islands, and now the tourism is gone, and there's no one going to these fucking islands, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
no
yeah.
one's flying, no one's got fucking money, so they can't pay
They're
their
backing
fucking
out of it.
they
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
pay their fucking mortgages or whatever the fucking
yeah,
how like you bought a fucking island. You're not
yeah.
gonna
True.
pay cash for it.
Mm.
And what are you, Houdini? Or what?
Houdini.
I don't know. Well, you know what I mean?
The magician.
Yeah, like so
And he was
there's
very wealthy too, so
so there's billionaires out there just buying shit like for cheap, for peanuts.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? Because everyone's just fucking
Everyone's
like,
just
yeah.
offloading all
Imagine
their
like
assets. Yeah.
you with your boys went and bought a sailboat, and like fucking 6 of your mates that you
Yeah,
went in
yeah.
with, like they don't have any jobs now. You gotta sell this sailboat.
Exactly right. Yeah, of
How
course.
much you gonna sell it for? Like third of the price, man.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what's happening.
Exactly.
So all these rich cunts with cash, they just getting richer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, very good.
Savage.
It could be like, if you look at it from that like conspiracy theory,
Yeah.
it could be like the separation of the 1% from the rest of us, and even further
Even
split.
further.
Just so
But what the
there's-
fuck are they gonna do with their money, bro? Like, what is the maximum? Let's think about what is the maximum you can do. You can get an island and you can start fucking kids. That's the maximum,
And he
right?
goes, what?
Well, what the fuck do billionaires do? What the fuck do they do? Look at that billionaire
What
there,
the
like,
hell?
you know, Weinstein. Look at
Yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like, what the fuck do you do when you've done everything?
Well, I don't know, I hope that's just one trait from that one horrible person.
But apparently, there's a lot of people, man. There's a lot of people went to that island. Big list, like Clintons and Bushes. And
went to this
this
island.
this island
Yeah,
where they
yeah,
were
yeah.
fucking, doing whatever the fuck we're doing with underage
Yeah,
girls
yeah.
and boys. Probably, I don't know. Anyway, fucking, that's a whole other. Well, how did we get there?
Yeah, I don't know.
But that's what they do. These
That's
billionaires.
a possibility of why this is happening. Coronavirus. That could be one of the split between. That's how we got there. Split between 1% and the rest of us. That could be a reason why the coronavirus is happening. You know what I mean?
No. Let's. You know what I think about the corona? Right. This is what I think. I think that this thing was. This is my personal.
Yeah.
This is not fucking. I'm not preaching this to anybody. I'm not fucking inciting anything.
This is good.
But from the information that I read, this is what I believe. Okay, personally, I think there was some research being done, right, in that laboratory in Wuhan.
Yeah.
Why Wuhan? I don't know why. That could be a whole other fucking story. They
Yeah,
could, like fucking in China, people
Could be
disappear.
anywhere.
People
this laboratory.
disappear in China. Who knows what's under that fucking laboratory? There could be a massive fucking jail, right? Where where there's like people there, like like rats, and they just experiment on them. Who knows? Like, what the fuck? How far are you gonna push this? I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's stop there. All right. So they're experimenting on this fucking flu, right? On this flu type fucking virus that can go through the population and seem like just a flu. It's not gonna affect anybody, but in that flu, it has a fucking DNA changing fucking some sort of function, add-on function. That's what they were saying in the other podcast. The Real, what's the name? London Real, right? So that there's the virus was it's like an add-on function on it. So what the fuck is an add-on function? It's a function where it goes inside your DNA and restructures it and puts an extra little thing in it, so that then after a few years, when all your cells, you know how all your cells will fucking reproduce? They reproduce with that new fucking DNA.
Like every 7 years or something like that.
I don't know. I don't know how many fucking years. Like it's about 5, 6, and 10, like whatever, right? Yeah. So then what happens is that you fucking become sterile, right? And that's how you don't make any more babies, and that's how they're gonna get rid of most of the population, if not all of the population, or they can, or whatever they can change. Because why? Let me just finish that one bit. Because that only shows me like all these civilizations that fucking disappeared, right? And there's evidence of them, but there's no one around to fucking say anything about it. What if there is a fucking family of or families that live somewhere on this earth? We don't know where they live, but they've been alive for fucking thousands of years. Thousands.
Yeah.
Like we're talking maybe like 100,000, maybe 50, 60. I don't know. I just went down. Okay. But
there's one bloodline.
Or maybe a few bloodlines, because look at us. There's like Japanese people, Asians, there's whites, blacks.
Yeah.
So there must be maybe many families, and then they sprawl and grow their bloodline and their and grow the civilizations. But then when it gets too much, they kill them off, and all they keep is their achievements.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this family is always like the civilizations.
So they continue throughout time. They spawn new civilizations. The civilizations create whatever it may be.
Yeah, because they're all different.
They hit their peak of technology.
Yeah.
Or however advanced. Yeah. And then this one continuous family then destroys the civilization and keeps the technology and spawns another one.
Yes. Because all these civilizations, because all these civilizations that disappeared, they were super advanced. The way they built whatever the fuck they left, they were pretty advanced. but in
Of
different way,
course.
different languages as well.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like different ways of doing things with what's available on the planet. You know, different like molecules and
Yeah, well,
like
it's completely, yeah, you will approach life completely differently,
exactly,
you
exactly.
know?
Yeah.
Um, so that's my theory. And
Mm-hmm.
we could be coming to an end where this fucking cunts went like, all right, well, the ice
Yeah.
caps are fucking melting.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? I think we
You think
gave them a guy.
you've hit your
They gave us a guy. They
technological
gave us a
peak?
fucking
Yeah.
good guy, these cunts.
All right. So if that's the case, all
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Say this is happening, right? There's
yeah.
this family where they're looking at us now and they're like, all right, we gotta kill these guys, you know?
Whoa, us?
Yeah, yeah.
Two of us?
No, not just you and me. This
Nah,
civilization that
this,
they've
oh,
spawned.
yeah, yeah,
You know?
yeah,
So we're
yeah,
at this point now,
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
we're this civilization where, um, we've hit our peak,
yeah.
and this family's like, all right, we got to pull the plug. Is enough, you know?
Yeah,
These
this
guys
cunts
are
are fucking.
these
Look
guys
at
are
Elon
getting
Musk. He's fucking shooting
he's getting
cars
out of
into
hand. Yeah,
space. You know, like
exactly.
he's
Yeah,
that bored.
that's
He's
right.
a fucking.
Yeah.
You imagine reaching the level of boredness where you're like, yeah, guys, I know it's gonna cost a few $1 billion and it's probably gonna fucking melt a couple of ice caps, but
Yeah.
let's shoot this fucking Tesla into the sky. You know what I mean? That's how bored we are. Where the fuck do we
Yeah.
go?
Yeah.
Everyone's dreaming about interstellar travel, bro. Like, how you need so much fuel to
Yeah.
interstellar
Why?
travel.
What's wrong with planet Earth? It's
Do you know how
amazing.
much? I know it's amazing. It's
perfect.
fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Such
Fuck.
a
Look at.
beautiful planet.
But I'm just. Yeah. Anyway, go on.
I was gonna say, like, imagine we are that civilization now, and they're
Yeah.
like, all right, we got to pull the plug.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a point with this before, but
You forgot.
I've forgotten it now. What was I gonna say?
Yeah. Oh, they pulled the fucking plug. They started the whole fucking.
So, all right. So, if this is the beginning of the end, for instance, you know,
Yeah.
like, and it's only gonna get worse from now. Like, what would you do? Like, how would you prepare yourself for something? Like, I don't know what the next step is after this. If that is the case, if they're trying to kill us all,
Well, they won't kill us because
Mm.
you're still like alive. You're gonna live your life,
yeah, yeah.
but you can't reproduce.
But then eventually you're gonna die if you know a whole race of people become sterile, then you're just gonna die off.
Yeah, the people that, but they won't. They will. They've got fucking bunkers under the ground somewhere.
Oh, so they're still reproducing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the families, the royals, and all them. I don't know if they still. I don't know. I don't think it's the royals.
yeah,
They just don't seem like they'll just be there in a castle, like in
Yeah.
Buckingham Palace, like chilling, feet up, like, is it time or?
Is it this button?
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe there's someone else, not somebody in
Some
public.
if this family has successfully done this through multiple civilizations,
Yeah.
they would have got to the point where they'd be unseen completely.
Unseen, yeah,
Completely
absolutely.
unseen. They would be. You wouldn't even know who these people are.
No,
They
no.
wouldn't be flaunting their, you know, like riches in front of people like the royal family.
No, they
for
would be
instance.
completely like Men in Black type
Yeah.
things. They would
They
have
wouldn't
the
exist.
highest pass of the highest passes.
Yeah,
They would probably have the level of technology that we don't even know,
exactly.
right?
Exactly.
Because who knows what
And-
sort of shit the Egyptians had. I mean, they built this
That's what I'm
fucking
saying,
pyramid.
like,
They
yeah,
like,
exactly.
you know what I mean? They built the pyramids. They must have had some fucking other shit there that just
Exactly.
disappeared now.
It's funny. I watched the talk with Graham Hancock, and he mentioned something about the pyramids it was really strange. Like he said, when he was inside the pyramids, he felt as if it was like a mechanical, like a machine or something, and that if it was actually on and working, it's somewhere that he just would not want to be because he felt like it's such a powerful structure that has to do with like energy or something. I'm not sure, like something to do with the sun but it's very mechanical in the way that it's constructed, and he thinks it's used for something in terms of like absorbing energy or even creating energy. They're super interesting and intricate. The
I don't know. I
pyramids.
don't know about that that thing there because like if you look, if give for example you go to one of those platforms where they launch the space rockets from.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, now imagine that fucking thing
Mm.
just being there and you're a civilization. Like imagine you're
mhm.
like a tribe from Mongolia,
Yeah, yeah,
right? And you don't know anything. You've just been fucking, fucking around with sheep for all your life.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then you come across this fucking structure.
Exactly,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Yeah,
You're like, the fuck is this?
yeah. It's exactly right. You know,
Like, how
like
the fuck advanced do you have to be to make rock in this? Like, it's like it's concrete. It's poured
exactly.
concrete, but
Yeah,
it would seem
exactly.
like rock, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly.
You would have to study that shit. Maybe
Yeah.
that rock that we think is rock was not rock back in the day. Maybe it's fucking was like foam,
But
and then it became rock. Like
he's saying like the pyramids, for
the
instance.
pyramids.
I,
Maybe all those blocks were not fucking rocks when they were started from. I don't know. Maybe it
I
was
think
like some of that fucking foam that in 2 years becomes like rock because it absorbs
yeah.
shit. I
What's
don't know.
what is this phone?
I don't know. I'm making it up.
Oh, okay.
What is this foam?
What are you talking about? Is it
Man, I
foam
need
that
to
turns
build a
into
house
rock?
from this
Yeah, I was
shit.
like, what the hell? We're inventing stuff here.
So back to the Rona. So
Yes.
yeah, so what do you think about that conspiracy, man? Like about you being fertile? That's
If
because
if this
what's
could potentially make us uh, infertile, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. No, fertile.
fertile or
Wait, wait.
infertile, whatever. When you
Infertile,
can't
yeah.
have babies.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Sterile.
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 Yeah,
Is it sterile? I
yeah,
don't even know what the term is.
yeah,
Yeah, what if this was actually causing people to become sterile?
yeah. Pretty nasty. But another thing is the question is
Yeah,
like,
that's fucked. I don't know what to say to that.
yeah,
That's really shit house, you
that's
know?
fucking shit ass.
Yeah, like I mean that's the end of the procreation of the human race.
Done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really fucking sad.
Fuck.
You know? It is very sad. But why I mean, alright, if it's a naturally occurring disease and it makes us sterile, then
That's
perhaps
wow. Then
perhaps the
it's
planet's just saying something where it's
100%
just
the
like
planet
you guys are fucking you've taken it too far.
taking the piss.
Had enough.
Yeah.
So
Here
there
you go.
Yeah.
We'll pop that out. Deal with that, you can't.
Exactly.
Fuck, imagine if it's
Yeah.
naturally occurred like that because there's too
Exactly.
many people.
I mean,
That's insane.
when something attacks your body and you don't want it in there, the same thing happens with your body. Your antibodies, come and kill off this infection or virus. Like, I imagine the Earth has a similar sort of mechanisms in place as well. Like, if something's threatening its very existence, it would just wipe it out.
Mm.
So coronavirus could be something like that. But again, like, yeah,
Now
it's-
back to our compliance with the authorities.
mm,
Yeah, I think man. I I have a member of my family is a policeman, so I kind of understand why cops get fucking so heavy-handed.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I totally understand it, bro.
Yeah, of course.
Like, what
of
the
course.
fuck? You're just dealing
things
with
have to-
the biggest
yeah.
muppets, though. Like, you know what I mean? How many times have you been arrested? Well, I don't know.
couple of times.
I'm just saying, like, usually you meet people, they have never been arrested because they're normal fucking people.
Yeah, yeah.
But then you meet those fucking muppets that you just know. You know that they're just
Yeah.
like muppets.
There's-
They've been arrested before. You know,
Yeah.
like
There's definitely some people out there that would be difficult to deal with for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
yeah,
And it would make you very frustrated.
exactly. And we can't throw our judgment on about the whole thing just
Mm.
because of fucking one or two Facebook posts about how people get rough,
Like heavy-handed.
heavy-handed.
Yeah.
But then there is some that you're like, wow, what the fuck? There's that pregnant lady that got arrested for the incitement as well a couple of days ago.
Yeah. I've seen a few videos coming through now where people that aren't wearing masks are being like taken in, put into the back of the police car, like physically like restrained,
Whoa.
That to me, like
That's very Nazi-like.
that's where I would actually think police officers need to just calm down a little bit, like
Yeah. they're
not be
representing
so aggressive.
the police right now are represent. When I look at a police officer, and if he's calm and he's respecting and
Mm.
he's, I'm like, oh, I'm looking up to this person
Yeah,
straight away.
exactly.
Look at
Yeah,
this guy,
exactly.
like he's
Yeah,
calm, he's collected, he is not freaking out, he's not raising his, he's like, he's taking everything in.
yeah,
He's patient.
yeah. Patience is a
Yeah,
big one.
fuck, you
Big,
guys have to
massive.
be
Yeah,
patient. You know what I mean? You got to be almost like docile at times,
yeah,
but
yeah.
aware,
Yeah,
super
of
aware,
course.
but
Yeah,
kind of like,
yeah.
yeah. And like, I guess some of the, yeah, but you can't judge. Like, I
But
don't know.
if you're faced with someone who's like, being very aggressive, or
Yeah.
it is hard to be like that, and if you're in that situation, like if you're a police officer and someone's like being very aggressive towards you, almost threatening you in a way, and you have the authority to control this person, a lot of people are going to take it.
First of all, I think that every single policeman should be learning the jujitsu and wrestling in everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Not striking, not going out there and fucking smashing the bag with your fucking shin like you're fucking,
Mm.
like what's
Dude,
it?
wouldn't they
John
have that,
Jones?
that type of training, like something like that?
I don't know.
I feel like there's a lot of
Well,
things that they do that
they
are
do, but
obviously,
you watch those videos and sometimes they throw people on the ground. And it's like,
yeah,
dude, like if have they been thrown like that on the ground?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
if
yeah,
you're a beginner or if you're like if you don't know how to fight and never been you know
yeah,
and
yeah.
someone comes in and throws you on the ground, you don't know how to fall. Your head is
Exactly,
snapping back, your
exactly.
hands, elbows, and then bam, and then they fall on you and they get your neck and they're like, stop fucking
Yeah,
resisting. You're
yeah,
probably
yeah.
still in shock and trying to
Trying to
breathe.
figure out which
What the
way's
fuck
up. Yeah,
happened, man? Like,
exactly.
you're like in complete shock.
Yeah,
Then there's probably like another one or two jumps on top of you and starts fucking kneeing you in the balls and they know where
yeah,
to put the knees.
yeah.
They
Of
know where it's
course, of
painful.
course. Yeah, of course.
And like, yeah, that's fucking so heavy-handed. But in saying the least, if you're like a good jiu-jitsu practitioner,
Mm, mm.
you could be going absolutely ballistic, and the guy could be just chilling there.
Yeah, yeah,
And he'll hold you down, he'll relax
yeah,
until you run out of path, and then he'll calmly turn you around, put the
yeah.
hands in the back, and da, da,
Exactly,
da. That's how
exactly.
I know sometimes you don't have time for niceness,
Mm.
but fuck, you don't have to jump 4 or 5 people on one guy.
Yeah,
Like that's
that's a bit much. Yeah,
just too much,
it's a
man.
bit much.
Too much when
Yeah.
these guys are out there protesting. Is not because maybe some of them are protesting because they just fucking bored muppets.
Mm,
But
mm.
some of them protesting because they're truly having
Yeah, like
issues,
they're deeply
serious,
affected, of course.
deeply affected.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
so that needs to be taken into account.
Of course, definitely.
I think, yeah, fucking. But the conspiracy theories, man, I love those.
Yeah.
I love those. Let's get into like I told you my
Oh, with
with the civil
with the add-on.
with the add-on. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
What do you what do you got?
yeah. What about so I guess one conspiracy theorist that I follow quite a lot is David Icke.
Yeah.
I like to entertain his ideas. It's just interesting, and there's a lot of content there as well, so you can keep up with him too. And for him, he has this theory where he calls it the totalitarian tiptoe. So when something like this happens, like a major event, a worldwide event occurs, essentially the ripple effects from this will then provide you the answer of why it occurred. So the ripple effects from this event years down the track will give you the answer to why this occurred now.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
it's really
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
So he's like, 9/11, World Trade Centers. Then the US invaded Iraq, weapons of mass destruction, all that sort of stuff. So terrorism, it led to, the capture and killing of Osama bin Laden and whatnot. So you could see, like, from that major event, the ripple effects of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So from this, like,
What did he say
so,
that?
so his idea is, Bill Gates is creating a vaccine that has these like microscopic, like robots or some form of artificial intelligence that is going to produce a vaccine filled with these, and that these microscopic like artificial intelligence sort of molecules will then react to the 5G system once it gets switched on. So he calls it the technocracy. So it's basically a world that is governed by like technicians, engineers, scientists, and people are just sort of controlled, and the
Well,
system goes on.
so he did the whole fucking pandemic just to get this vaccine across.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, it's called a plandemic.
Pandemic,
It's
but
another thing that
okay,
Ike
let's.
speaks about.
But couldn't
It's a
there be?
plandemic.
Couldn't there? Isn't there an easier way to inject everyone with something besides when you know, having a
Besides going
fucking
about this,
yeah.
well, I mean,
How else would you do it easier?
what if? Yeah, but if you, all right, let's, this has been mentioned a few times before, in the media about mandatory vaccinations.
Mm. So it's been like slowly indoctrinated into us
Yeah.
over time.
That
Yeah.
vaccinations are good. They heal us from viruses and whatnot. And now that there's this global pandemic, you can then introduce a mandatory vaccine. So if you wanted to inject someone with something, or if you wanted to inject everyone with something, then this is the opportunity to do it. You know, you have a pandemic, and then you have mandatory vaccines. So
But
there you go. That's the answer.
but let's does he really need that fucking microchip on us? They already got the phone, they've got the the Visa cards or whatever the fuck we use. We got our computers. It's all assigned to us. All the fucking emails, Facebook.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
they already got pretty much 95% control over everybody because of these devices, right? What the fuck do they need that microchip? Like, how much more? Like, what is he gonna walk around and just fuck people in their ass? Like, hey, don't make me push the button.
Well,
Come over here,
imagine
bend
that he
over.
could like actually manipulate your behavior.
Oh,
Imagine
you're
if there
talking
was- if
about
there's,
like
that level of control, you know, like imagine I start to entertain these ideas, you know, like imagine you are injected with something, and when 5G switches on, all of a sudden someone can put thoughts straight into your mind. You know what I mean?
wow.
Like you really want to buy McDonald's right now or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
And that pops into your mind just constantly, McDonald's. Or it could be anything, you know, like you need to take these pills or you need to do that, and you just think they're natural thoughts. So you're just, imagine they had control over us to that level.
But like,
do anything.
what would they? Would they? Where did it go wrong for fucking Bill Gates? Like, at what age? Like, he was a little kid, like fucking around with light bulbs in the garage, you know, like on, off. Before you knew it, he had this fucking computer, all right? At what stage of that development did he went like, fuck, I wish I could just inject everybody with the fucking computer.
Well, it might not.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah, full on.
I'm just gonna inject them
Yeah.
with a fucking and then I'm gonna build 5G towers all over the fucking world. And then, that also seems a little bit,
I feel like
far-fetched,
I
like,
feel
as
like
I'm talking
it's-
about it.
I feel like he's just a cog in the wheel of something greater as well. I don't think it's coming directly from Bill Gates. I feel like he's just another part of this as well.
But one thing I have to say, that if someone comes up to me and goes, hey, Alex, here's a syringe. There's just a little bit of water in there,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Can you inject it in your arm? And I'll be like, what? Water?
Yeah, exactly.
What sort of water? Where did this
Yeah.
water come from? Like,
Yeah.
why? Why? First of all, why?
Yeah.
Second of all, you know, like, you would have at least fucking 20 questions
Exactly.
just
Exactly.
fucking coming out like that about that fucking syringe and the water,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But then here's Bill Gates
Mhm.
with his fucking dodgy ass fucking shit that I don't even understand, and I'll have to probably study for 40 years to understand what's in that syringe, and he wants me to trust him.
Because a
He
lot of
wants us to trust
it's
him.
credibility. Like a lot of people would trust someone
Yeah,
like
who
Bill
are we
Gates. You know
trusting
what
with
I
this
mean?
vaccine? Who is this person that if I have a child, if I have a 10-year-old boy, and that boy has to get a vaccination because he is going to school, and the
Hmm.
school says, well, look, you can't have this child here, you
Yeah.
gotta vaccinate him, and then I'm gonna go into fucking the doctors, and he's gonna pull out this fucking thing with like Windows fucking 78 on it, like that mark with the fucking whatever the fucking Microsoft mark
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah,
Pulls out this little vial, tack,
yeah,
tack, tack, cracks it open,
yeah,
and puts it into my son, right?
yeah. Exactly.
Who am I blaming? Who? Let's do this.
Mm.
Okay, if somebody wants us to all of us to inject this vaccine, I want Bill Gates to go like, okay, if one person dies,
Yeah.
I'm going to hang myself publicly. If he
Yeah.
comes out and says that,
From the vaccine.
yeah,
I feel like I hope there's going to be, plenty of fucking human testing before this vaccine
yeah, but
comes
even
out.
before the fucking testing, fuck the like,
Yeah.
who are you gonna go test it?
What?
The vaccine?
Testing
Yeah,
with the vaccine? I
yeah.
wouldn't. No, 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 no.
Nah, no way.
I would like to see.
I wouldn't even eat a rotten tomato. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I would like to see like long-term effects of this vaccine. Like what?
yeah.
How do we just put all of our trust into something that's just been created,
Uh,
which seems like it's been created way quicker than perhaps it should be? Yeah.
unless it's been in the works already for many
So,
years.
well, that's another conspiracy
That's
theory.
another fucking
Like
conspiracy.
every way you look at this coronavirus thing, it shoots off into so many endless directions, so many possibilities. And what's the truth? You don't know. You just don't know.
One thing is that I don't trust anyone. I don't trust somebody coming to me and going like, "Look, man,
Yeah. Well,
I don't even take Panadol, man, because like I'm worried.
yeah, yeah.
What if?
I'm a bit the same. Like I have taken Panadol and Nurofen and all that sort of stuff, and I've gone to the doctor taking antibiotics, but
Yeah, me too.
like,
Dojaz.
yeah, like it's just one, like in the beginning, like that's just what I was accustomed to growing up. Like this is what you did. You were sick, go to the doctors, get prescription pills. You have the pills. It'll fix you. But yeah, even with a common headache, I wouldn't take a Panadol these days. Drink water, let the
So
body sort of get rid of it.
why do you not trust the vaccine?
Um, I'd like to see, like I said, I'd like to see a little bit more long-term testing and what the effects are after, perhaps 1 or 2, 3 years. I feel like we're diving into this like too quick.
So you're saying that what it looks like then, ideally then,
Mm.
we're still going to be having partial lockdown. We're still going to have social distancing. We're still going to have masks on public
Mm.
transport, probably public transport. Maybe we're going to have masks
Mm-hmm.
in tight spaces. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah,
They'll
yeah.
come up with the rules. And then we are still going to have corona going around. It'd probably be numbers like Sydney, like maybe 10 a day, 15 a day, tada, tada, tada.
So there's just going to be like a
Yeah.
constant tally.
There's going to be constant tally. There might be
Yeah.
even, yeah, they should have a fucking tally. They should
Mhm,
have
mhm.
some sort of a, but at the end of the day, it's all going to taper down.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then before you know it, we're not even going to be paying attention to this fucking COVID thing.
Exactly.
It's just going to be like, but then we're going to be living in this new normal, as they say,
Mhm, mhm.
where we're always distancing. There's not going to be like big gatherings.
Yeah,
Blah, 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 blah.
yeah. That's what I think. Like, if it keeps going, if it exists, coronavirus, if it's here now, and there's nothing you can do about it, even if the vaccine can't get rid of it, the reason why it's here is to kill off the people it's meant to kill off. Like,
You mean that it's
I was saying
if
if it's
it's
gonna
here
be-
naturally?
If it's here naturally and it's long term,
Mm.
then it's something that is going to kill off people who can't handle it,
Mm.
whether it's now or in the future. If coronavirus is here to stay,
Mm.
then it's here for a reason. So I feel like, yes, we might be doing all the right precautionary things, but if that is actually the case, if it's going to be here forever, it will eventually get to those people. No matter
Yeah.
how many towns you lock down, whatever, it will slowly and eventually get to those people because it's here forever.
Yeah.
So,
In saying that you want to open everything up.
well, I mean, even if you have it's a grandparent or someone who's elderly and they're not well, and that their time is coming up. It's coming up close because they're quickly deteriorating. A lot of people are still very protective over those people. So I think just opening everything up, you're gonna have a hard time doing that. Because people are gonna be like, "What about my grandmother, my grandfather, my mother, my father, whatever it may be."
Um,
I feel like,
but
yeah,
do you
it's
think?
tricky. It's very tricky.
It's weird how. Yeah, I don't know. The spread, like when. Fuck, I wonder. Like Sydney is not locked down,
Mm.
but then it's not spreading as wild as it did in Victoria.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? There's like cases
Exactly.
popping up, like 10, this, that. 20 from, I don't know. I don't think it's been 20. I think it's been like between 10 and 15 in the last whole month.
In Sydney.
In Sydney,
Yeah,
yeah. And
yeah.
it's not on lockdown.
Mhm.
People are not wearing masks.
Yeah,
Everyone's fucking chilling.
yeah.
And then it's not blowing up. Why isn't it blowing up? Why did it blow up in Melbourne?
In Melbourne, yeah. Sometimes I even think, like
That sounds
the
like
c- the climate down in Melbourne might be more suited to something like this. Maybe it spreads quicker in colder environments or something. It might be to do with the humidity in the air, or I don't know. I feel like there's a vast difference between the climate in New South Wales and the climate in Victoria. Like it's a lot cooler. Maybe it's a geographical thing. I don't know. Maybe there's cases where a lot more people brought it to Victoria. I don't know.
hmm,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Mm.
That's also, a couple of conspiracy theories there.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Everywhere you look, there's there's possibilities for a conspiracy theory.
But do you reckon we should go back to the way we were in terms of lifestyles, where everyone was just like fucking flying
Mm.
around everywhere?
Mm. Yeah.
Like there's everyone's driving. They're fucking, like it was just too busy.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just too like we do have too many people. Like what's this? Like what are we gonna do? Like it's obvious. It's obvious to everyone. Like everybody, stop fucking. Stop fucking. No, don't stop fucking. I mean, stop fucking coming into fucking each other. Stop coming into each other, man. What the fuck's wrong with you? Can't even fucking, you can't fucking drive down the road without just fucking cunts everywhere.
Come or can't?
Cunts. Like fucking.
I think, yeah.
I'm very social. I love people. I love
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
watching. I like watching, like sitting in a coffee shop and just watching people
Yeah, yeah,
and just thinking up on all this weird shit.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love it. I love it.
yeah.
But there's too many, man. Too many, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the way we live is not sustainable with the
No.
amount of people that we have. But I think a different way of living could potentially be sustainable.
Oh.
So like, not being so excessive with everything. Like you're saying, like people are traveling left, right, and center, like going to Bali for a week or something,
Yeah.
or going to an island for a week or something. Like we all live quite lavishly, like
Very
across the
lavishly.
board. Yeah, perhaps maybe an appreciation for your home country is something that could be explored rather than having to always fly to different places. Maybe you could explore your home country.
Yeah. Well, why are you flying anyway? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, what? You got
Mm.
nothing else to do? Like,
Well, I feel like it's
you don't have to be like it's a thing right now. Like everyone wants to be like that cool, fashionable guy that flies everywhere.
everyone wants to be a celebrity.
Yeah, they're like, oh my
That's
god,
why
I
they're
just
that's
came
why they're
from
fucking
France.
that's why they're broadcasting their fucking bowls of soup on Facebook. Do you know what I mean?
'Cause
Like
they got nothing.
everyone thinks they're Kim Kardashian. Really, it's just it's full on. Yeah, I don't quite understand them.
Yeah. Uh, and I think it's a good thing that everybody found themselves a little bit at home,
Mm.
and they were like, "Oh, fucking, like I've got nothing to do, man. What do I do?"
Yeah,
And
exactly.
they start doing something at
Yeah,
home, like what, being creative, like
yeah,
creative. Like a
yes,
lot of people
exactly.
probably don't even have that thing in in the brain,
Mm.
and they all of a sudden they found it. Like, oh my god, there's
Exactly.
this other part of my brain. There's like a microchip in here that is responsible for creation.
Exactly. Yeah, that's really interesting.
You know, like I think
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um, and also, yeah, I
Yeah.
think like people like should find that instead of going out and protesting.
Yeah, exactly.
Just fucking search through your head a little bit. See, maybe you're
Exactly.
fucking like maybe you're like sitting out there thinking I should go and protest and run around the streets with no mask, but you're a
Mm.
fucking secret Picasso.
Exactly. Yeah,
What the
exactly.
fuck?
A lot of
Imagine that.
a lot of people are probably exploring those sort of hidden passions and talents that they had a bit
Yeah,
more fuller at the moment.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen some weird ones where there's like people starting to make like little things, like weird things, and sell them on the internet, like
What little thing?
I don't know, like brickety brack things.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like it's like yes,
Knickknacks and
it's
shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like great, great. You
Yeah,
open
yeah.
the space now. Let's make your things useful. Okay,
Like a
let's not make things that someone buys and just puts on a fucking shelf and it gathers fucking
like
dust.
a doily made out of ceramics.
Yeah. Whatever it is, like a basket, you know, like a little fucking basket out of
Yeah,
some fucking
exactly.
grass or
With a
some shit.
succulent in it or something.
Yeah, yeah, like all right, fair enough. Like you opened up this
Yeah.
creative fucking thing, and let's make the things useful now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, let's not make fucking just dingy dee bingy dee things.
Yeah, well, you could explore that creativity in more depth, and come up with something way more interesting or way more complex or whatever it may be.
Mm.
Like if you were just dabbling on the guitar or piano or something, perhaps now you're really fucking ripping into some Mozart or something like that.
Fuck yeah, yeah, fuck
Imagine,
yeah.
imagine,
Yeah,
yeah,
put that on the internet. Don't, yeah, put your
yeah,
feelings out.
yeah.
People don't
That's
put,
it.
see, what they put like other things out. They don't put their feelings out.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? They put a polo soup out there, or the fucking like, look at me, like, what are they doing? What else do they fucking do?
I don't know. A lot of people,
A lot of people do exercises. I did
yeah,
exercises. That was alright. That's alright. I
exercises.
like
Yeah,
watching people actually doing exercise. Then
yeah, yeah.
it's more. It's a little bit motivational. Not
Yeah,
the.
yeah.
It's got to be professional a little bit. You can't
Exactly.
just
Yeah.
fucking put it.
Exactly. There's got to
You
be
can't just have like 3 push-ups, and your belly is on the ground, and you're like, fucking, here you go.
3 push-ups with your belly on the ground. I don't know what that would look like. I want to see that video.
But
Yeah, I don't mind seeing like people exercising, and that's the other thing too. Like now, people are exploring self-care, self-love, like the
yeah,
exercising. That's all part of it too. Like the eating healthy, like they want to share that sort of stuff. And I understand that. I get it, and it's good to share because then if somebody's sort of perhaps not doing that, like eating like shit or not exercising, they see this videos from their friends or people they care for looking after themselves, and might encourage them to do the same. But I don't know. There's a line there too. Sometimes it's too much.
so there's no answer really to any of these problems. You know what I mean?
That's the nature of life, I guess,
There's
isn't
no
it?
answer.
It's
You
just
can't.
all different perspectives, and you
We
just got
can't.
to keep going with it.
Yeah, you can't go and fucking protest right now. Just fucking wait until it's over. And
Yeah,
then if you ask me like, oh, but when is it gonna be? Well, I don't fucking know. But just let's wait until it's over.
yeah. But that's the
Alright?
thing. Like,
Like, okay, if it continues for fucking, let's say, well into the next year,
mm,
all right, then I understand your fucking concern. But for now, they're anchoring down to bring these numbers down. Let's get these fucking numbers down to like fucking 5, and they're all like,
like 5 a day.
yeah,
Mm,
5 a day,
mm-hmm.
whatever the fuck, that would be fucking magic. And they're all like overseas travelers or something. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, I like,
I know what you mean. Yeah, like a number where no one's scared
yeah,
for their life.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then keep going with the test. I think fuck, you know what? Instead of the vaccine, I think testing is way important. I think
Mm.
if they send everybody a fucking test, let's just flood Australia with tests.
Exactly.
But not the ones, fucking, not them dodgy fuck. If there's
Mm.
another conspiracy theory that the
Exactly.
fucking
The
test is
tests.
dodgy.
Yeah.
The
Exactly.
fucking test is dodgy, bro.
Yeah.
You can't even trust the fucking test.
Yeah.
The guy
Well.
that designed the test came out and said the test does not fucking work. So
Yeah.
how do you want me to go and test myself if I'm reading this? Or how?
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
the Australian government, you need to address this.
Yeah.
You need to
Exactly.
address that. What I'm seeing on the internet, you need to fucking address that. I can't just,
Exactly.
like listen to that and read that, and it's so fucking like a legit documents over there. This
Mm.
guy's out there telling legit shit. So I don't know. Is he lying? If he's lying, tell me that fucking he's a liar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then take him to fucking court over it, because if he says and you don't say, and I'm thinking you saying me some bullshit, well, who's telling the truth?
Yeah.
I don't
Exactly.
fucking know.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That is what's happening.
Mm.
And Australia, yeah, the government needs to come out and go like, hey guys, okay, we heard this on the news. Everyone's worried about that or whatever. The guy came out, oh yeah, he's a bullshitter. This is why he's bullshitting.
Yeah.
Da 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 da.
Yeah.
Okay, address this issue. You can't
Yeah.
address all the conspiracy theorists. Okay, you can't address. That's not
Exactly.
possible. Okay,
A
we
lot
don't.
Of, a lot of them have been, like a lot of conspiracy theorists have been like put under scrutiny for the shit they're saying.
Well, they need to be.
Yeah.
They need to be.
Yeah,
There needs
yeah.
to be fucking people out there that do it. But like, I don't hear them busting the conspiracies. Yeah,
Yeah,
all I
exactly.
see is the conspiracies. Where's the busting? Why isn't there like a
Yeah.
group of passionate motherfuckers that are busting this shit?
Yeah. But that's the thing, like these conspiracy theorists have been addressed. So let's get like David Icke, for instance. He got taken off YouTube, taken off Facebook, all social media. And somebody like that can be removed from these major outlets. But
Yeah,
the
but
news,
he
the
went.
news that you watch every day, that won't be removed from your television. So the narrative they're spitting is always going to be available to you as soon as you switch that TV on.
That's true. That's
You
true. I
know?
agree with that. But
But
well,
people who question it can be pushed aside. So it's
so he was banned. But some of the videos, some things some things I've heard of him were quite sane. But there was a lot of things that were literally insane.
Mm.
I don't know if they were insane, but they
yeah.
sounded insane.
Exactly. Yeah.
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
maybe he was telling the truth. I don't know.
Yeah. If you
I
go
don't-
in,
I
if you
don't
go
know.
to the depths of David Icke's conspiracy theories and to the depths of his psyche, it starts to get like really intense. Really
Yeah, but
intense.
it's like, what do you call it? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Some of this, not all of it. I mean, I would say most of it. I like to listen to.
Crazy compared to what you know as normality.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Well, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not like a fucking what do you call it? A meter for normality in no way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Neither am I. But
nobody is.
but I understand it. I understand what that sort of normal.
Well, look,
You
Alex
kind of get
Jones,
that.
right? There's Alex Jones.
Yeah.
You know Alex Jones.
No.
He's like the big conspiracy theorist too, and he
Okay.
got banned from YouTube and everywhere too.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But he was going crazy, like
Mm.
screaming into the thing. They're like drinking baby's blood,
Oh whoa.
You know,
yeah,
like,
yeah. Okay.
and they're in the White House.
Yeah. Yeah.
La da 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 da. We need to fucking revolt. They're drinking, like the
Yeah, yeah.
fucking pedophiles.
Oh,
blah,
is
blah,
that guy with a real
blah. Yeah,
husky-
like that. That's how he talks, right? Yeah, like,
I know,
yeah.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Alex Jones. And but the thing is, like, a lot of his shit he says is like crazy,
Mm.
but then some of the things he says and said before turn out to be true.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. The sound
Yeah,
that
yeah.
he was talking about this pedophile island
Yeah.
with fucking whoever the fuck owned it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And boom, here comes the pedophile island.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you
He
go.
was saying Clintons are tied into it. Boom, Clintons are tied into it.
There you go. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a lot of things the same things happen with David Icke. Like a lot of things is happening. That he mentioned that people thought he was crazy, and a lot of them have happened.
Mm.
So it's a worry.
So this is the thing. This is why people don't. Like there's the dumb people. Like I also don't like people that just believe the news. You
Yeah,
know, do you
yeah,
remember
yeah.
that lady that we met? She was like, "Oh, as soon as the vaccine comes out, I'm taking it. I'm
Yeah, yeah,
taking it because I want to travel." It's like, yeah,
yeah.
you're fucking 100. How old is she? She was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
fucking,
She was like, I don't know, like late 80s. Oh
yeah,
no,
she was late
early 80s
80s.
maybe. Yeah,
Da 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 da. I understand why she wants it. She
yeah,
doesn't want to die, and she wants to fucking travel.
yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
want to live without vaccine, and
Mm.
I don't want to travel. I don't know what the fuck am I saying. I was trying to be completely opposite, but it didn't work. Uh, but yeah, yeah, weird man. There's people out there like that. I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know. Fuck. You can be. You can take it the other side, really.
Yeah, yeah, exactly,
But
exactly. I don't know, like, what would you?
I just think that we need to all just fucking hanker down for now.
Mm-hmm.
Do our thing. Put the head down. Like fucking just distance.
More,
Just
more
cop it.
testing.
More testing.
Yeah, yeah,
Just cop it. Be fit. Make sure you're
exactly.
fit.
Yeah, look after yourself.
Yeah.
And when you do go outside, like, get some sun,
Yeah. And even
get some
though we have to,
exercise in.
I think even though we have to distance between each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's be closer with as a community.
Mm. Yeah,
Let the more we pushed apart by these fucking elites with their fucking corona bullshit,
yeah,
let's come closer as
exactly.
people,
I think that
as a community.
I feel that kind of happening in a way, you know,
Well, it
like,
needs to happen more, man. We
yeah,
need to
yeah,
fucking support people that are out there and
yeah.
having a hard time, emotionally. I don't know, financially, fucking you can help
Well,
anyone.
yeah, like emotionally and financially, that's like intertwined these days, you know, like, unfortunately, that's just how it is.
Mm.
But yeah, I feel like that it's heading that way. Like, a lot of people are starting to become sympathetic towards one another, more empathetic towards one another as well. So yeah, it's good. It's good to see that, you know,
Yeah,
through
because we
this.
can't let them cunts fucking separate us. Because this 1.5, if that sticks around for a few years, then all of a sudden we're going to be separated from each other. We're going to start hating each other.
Yeah.
Not here, like in where we live necessarily, because we live in a small town. But
Mhm.
in cities, people can't hate each other anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
And now you got this.
Mhm.
Okay, let's see. Let's leave that alone. Let's see this fucking thing just blows up and goes nuts, man. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
like they find out that it makes people sterile, right? And then like
For that would just
everyone's gonna go ape shit.
that would cause havoc. Like,
Havoc.
people would, yeah, it
Absolute havoc. If they find
people
out that this thing is causing long
being
lasting fucking
exactly.
boom, people are gonna run.
People will disperse from cities. Like,
Hun-
people
Go
go, where can I go where there's the least amount of people?
in the bush.
And that's the other thing. Like, when I'm thinking, like, this is like a naturally occurring disease. It obviously says to me that living in, like, high density areas does not work.
No.
Like, living in cities, if something like this comes along, we're all living on top of each other.
Yeah.
So if something naturally occurring like this comes along, we're screwed. You know what I mean? Like, as soon as it hits one person
Yeah.
in this condensed area of people,
Yeah.
you're done. But if everyone was more dispersed,
Yeah.
it'd have a much harder time.
Well, we just I go back to what I said before. We need to stop
Mm.
fucking coming into each other's fucking. We just need to stop coming, bro, into each other. That's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we gotta stop making these fucking kids.
Yeah.
I know it's fucking lovely, the whole fucking thing. You know, oh, let's get married, let's have kids, da 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 da. Fucking don't. Fucking stop, man. Like,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you know, like, if you want a child, there's so many kids out there that just needs to be adopted and have fucking mums and dads and shit. Just go and grab one of those.
Yeah.
All right, go grab one of them, man. Like,
There's
it's a
I mean,
fucking
there's a
Walmart
lot there's a
full of
lot
kids.
Yeah, there's a lot of children out there.
If you're that
Big
desperate,
Foster
hey.
children, yeah.
Yeah, foster a fucking homeless guy.
Yeah.
You want to look after somebody and change his diaper? Go and you know what the fuck? Go and
Yeah.
get a homeless guy on the street that's fucking sitting there with dirty fucking nails, you know? Like,
Jesus.
just grab him, take him home and look after him, bro.
Yeah,
That's, you know, that's going to be your little child. You come home, he's shitting the fucking, you know, on the floor. You're like, hi. No.
Don't play with that needle.
Yeah. Yeah, well, no, you fix him up.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
fucking,
Yeah, that's a horrible thing to say.
yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I got into the story.
Well, he wasn't a
Just
fucking
go to
junkie.
okay.
He was just a mentally
in-
ill old man
in
and
my-
living in the fucking alley.
The story in my mind, he was.
Wearing the fucking silver Asics. Oh shit. But yeah, like yeah, fucking enough, man. Like we need to think about our future generation, but
Mm.
not that much. Do you know what I mean? Like if there was if everyone dies out and for some reason in 50 years there's only like fucking 1 million Australians, you know what? They'll be fine.
Mm.
They'll be having a fucking grand old time.
Yeah.
They'll be fucking driving. The green, like lights are always green. You
Yeah.
know, there's no fucking pedestrians.
Yeah.
No one's around.
It'd be a very different way
There's
of
one
living.
Woolies in town.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, how many towns? 1 million people. You can have like 10 towns with 100 million people in it.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
100,000 in each. Little coastal towns, surfing towns,
Oh
just
yeah.
chicks
Yeah.
and and a few nice dudes. Just chill, bro, dudes like surfies. You and just 80,000 chicks.
Oh my god.
That'll be too many.
Yeah. I
That'll
think.
be, you'll get tired.
What is it when, um, yeah, when a man or a woman, has options, then it's very hard to get them to settle down. So if you had like, say 10 guys in a town of 80,000 women,
Mm.
you wouldn't want to settle down. Like
No, you
none of,
couldn't.
none of the guys would want to settle
The
down.
women will be killing each other just to shag you.
That's right. Yeah.
They'll be like out there, like,
it
excuse me,
removes the
Susan, are
option,
you
yeah,
done? Because I'm
choice,
next.
Yeah.
And they'll just all be popping kids out.
What a
No, you
strange
can't.
scenario.
Yeah, it's fucked. You can't do that.
The women would leave. Like fuck this.
Yeah, fuck
This is
this.
shit.
Look at these two
Yeah.
fucking 10 limp dicks over here.
Exactly.
Can't even look after their women. Fucking this guy. Bag
Yeah.
your shit.
Exactly.
No, okay, well, we won't have that. But, like, let's say you have 100,000 in each town, 10 towns, fucking boom. And you can
Yeah.
only replace yourself, so you can have one fucking child.
Yeah. Okay.
Or two. I don't know how
One,
to.
one for you and one for your partner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Mm.
Is that gonna be fucking? Is that gonna? No, but then what if then they will have
It
kids?
depends on how. I feel like with say how many people are on the planet at the moment, like 7.4 billion or something like that. Is it
Many
is it around
billions,
there?
yeah.
If we all sort of slowed things down how we lived, we weren't consuming too much and weren't putting too much strain on the planet, I feel like it could be sustainable, but you need to change a lot to get there.
We need to control things that are made en masse.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Those big companies need to start producing shit that lasts for a long time. It's not like fucking give me a phone that lasts for 10 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And don't come out with a new one and fucking tease me with it.
Exactly.
Don't
Yeah.
fucking come out with one.
Exactly.
Don't come out with a fucking Apple that's got an extra fucking button on it like next
Yeah.
year. Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'm going to throw this can out. I want that extra button. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly. It feeds into that
Yeah.
monkey brain, that
So,
insatiable monkey brain.
let's put one out every 10 years. Let's make a
Mm.
car
Mhm.
that lasts you a while.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, like put more thought into products that are being put out there rather than throwing things out there that have like inbuilt obsolescity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's create our life so that we're not going to a restaurant and
Mm.
getting a takeaway fucking plastic thing.
Yeah.
Like, let's make these people either eat there or if you want to take away, you bring your own fucking container.
Mm. Mm.
You know, there's no containers, bro. There's no takeaway cups, no
Exactly.
containers. There's none. Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it. You just ban them. Like, nothing.
That's the thing, like that.
Just put it in your mouth and
the-
walk away.
You are the container.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of restaurants and things that are actually doing that at the moment.
That's pretty
you know?
good.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I feel like change is happening. People are taking those steps. People are being cautious. But is it, in my mind, like you can see it happening slowly. But in your mind, you can jump forward and go, all right, we need to do this. We need to do this. We need to do this to make it sustainable. So you can jump all the way to the point where all of these decisions are starting to change the actual planet and change our behavior. But when you come back to now, you only see the small incremental changes. I think that's interesting, the ability to be able to jump forward and go, this is where we need to be
With your mind.
with in your mind. It's like
Mm.
you can feel like deep inside you can actually feel like what it is that we need to do. Like we need to just slow things down a little bit.
Mm. Yeah, but you can't slow. Um, you can't. How are you gonna slow it down when, like, you and me wanna do that, but there's fucking
Mm.
so many people that they can't. They can't even slow down because, what if they fucking there's like the 5,000 people working in some factory making like Coca-Cola bottles, and you
Yeah.
tell them, or making the fucking coffee cups,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you tell them, you know what, guys, we're not making fucking coffee cups anymore.
Yeah.
So see you later. What the fuck are they gonna do?
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about change. You know, it affects people,
That's
good,
why we need
good and bad
Corona.
ways.
That's why we need Corona. We need those 10,000 guys somehow get a little
Mm.
cough, bit of temperature. You know what I'm saying? We'll visit to the hospital in Babushka.
That's it.
You're a Dunsky. You know what I'm
The
saying?
cleansing, like a
They
natural
declare, yeah,
cleansing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe again, if it is naturally occurring, then that's perhaps what the planet's doing.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how we go. But the thing is, like, didn't Greta tell us that, like, that it's fucked up? We need to change our life. Greta was just on this worldwide tour,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
telling everybody that we're all fucked.
Exactly. It seems awfully synchronized, doesn't it?
Yeah.
When
And
you
she
think
was
about
probably
it.
backed by all the fucking elites as well. Like, how did she fucking get famous so quick?
Yeah, wasn't she backed by World Health
Oh,
Foundation, whatever it is?
mm,
World Health, is it WHO?
yeah. I
Yeah.
don't. Oh, who? It's who? WHO. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's no solution to this. We gotta just
Mm.
anchor down, keep healthy, fucking wait until this is over, the numbers are down, and see if they
Exactly.
start fucking giving our lives back. If they don't start giving our lives back by fucking sometime next year, mid next year,
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna
It's
be a
gonna be.
different, fucking different conversation.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But
But not from like, I don't know, I don't know how my style, my lifestyle is not that much. How much is my lifestyle affected by all this?
mm, mm,
You know what I mean? Not as
yeah.
much as some.
Yeah.
Like, I don't own a house that got depreciated that I owe fucking $1 million on, and
Mm,
somehow I'm not making money and I need to pay my mortgage.
yeah.
Plus, I have kids, maybe another one on the way. I'm not in that situation.
Mhm. Mhm.
So it's not fucking me up. Like,
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
know, so I'm not like a lot of people like would be like, oh yeah, fucking against the government, whatever.
Mm. Mm. Yeah. Exactly. There's so many different scenarios that
So,
people are
yeah.
in. Yeah. For sure. For sure.
Do you what do you do? Do you go and back them up, or you like back up the authorities? Well, who do you back up? How do you choose a side? Whose side are we on? I don't know.
I feel like all the actions that are being taken place at the moment, some of them are a bit harsh, like the lockdowns and stuff.
But they need to be
Is
done.
that yeah? They need to be maybe they need to be harsh. Like they
And you know
need to
what?
be
I
over
think. But
cautious.
do you think people that are in strife at the moment, they maybe overextended themselves in the first place? Do you think maybe they didn't plan for everything, and
Other
then
people, so what? So people who you're saying are sort of like living paycheck to paycheck. All of a sudden this happened. They just weren't prepared for this. Like all of a sudden not having a job. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, but how? Yeah, no, I'm not saying that because you can't prepare yourself for that. Like, how do you fucking if you're a young
Mm.
person and you're
Mm.
studying and working, you're living pay. Like everyone fucking lives paycheck to paycheck.
Exactly. Yeah.
Everyone, like
Mm.
what? Like you always got to buy something. You never.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people do. A lot of people do
Yeah.
because you've got this thing that you can sort the system that you can dip back into, get a job, or you may have a job and money's always coming. So you're like
Yeah, you're surviving, so you don't. A lot of
you
people
rely
don't
on it.
have. Yeah, but they don't have the ability to create wealth. This is the thing. It's there's a difference between having a little bit of money and
Mm.
having wealth.
Yeah. Exactly.
Whereas, like, maybe a lot of the wealth in Australia is being held by
Mm.
people already. It's already someone's.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of the things in Australia already been bought.
Yeah. Yeah.
and they're never going to be achieved by an average person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so an average person is always going to be like, oh, they might have 100 grand in the bank, they might have 50,
Mhm.
whatever.
Mhm.
They might have $300,
Yeah.
but it's not wealth. I mean, like, let's say this shit goes for another 2 3 years. Your 100 grand is gone. What are you
Yeah.
gonna do then? Now you're chilling
Exactly.
now. Like if you're one of those guys that got 100 grand and still kind of works from home. La da 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 da. Look, man, in 2 years' time,
Yeah. Well, it depends if you're still working, then you're very fortunate. But
but
yeah.
all the work is gonna slowly dry up
Yeah.
because it kind of has domino effect from the
Exactly.
bottom. Like maybe
Of
right
course.
now it's
Of
not
course.
felt
Yeah.
because there's still orders for this, for
That's
that,
right.
and the other. But all
Exactly
those
right.
orders are gonna dry up
Exactly.
because there's no customers for those businesses.
Exactly.
Because the bottom guys are all fucking sitting there with their thumbs in their
Mm.
asses.
Mm. But I don't know. It feels like things are still moving in a sense as well. Like I would like to actually see what the spike in like online activity in terms of like purchasing, watching movies. Now that everyone's locked into home, I'd love to see
Whoa,
how
yeah.
much of a spike there was in like just
Mm.
internet usage across the board. That'd be really interesting. So now it's kind of changed the market, you know, like now everything's online. Like you do have your Uber Eats, you can go clothes shopping online, or you can get all of your favorite things through a screen. So you don't have to be out there in the physical world. So things are still like churning away in the background, you know what I mean? Like even though there's no physical places like restaurants, retail outlets and whatnot, you can still access them through this portal.
Mm.
So yeah, it's strange. Like the way it used to be, the social way that it used to be, has been completely ripped apart. It's
But do you think if this was planned and this is just one way of them trying to separate us,
mm,
you know, is to separate us
exactly.
socially. So
Yeah,
there is
yeah,
absolutely no unity
exactly.
between anyone or anything. You know,
Divide and
divide
conquer.
every, yeah,
Yeah,
divide and conquer.
yeah,
Now they've divided everyone, everything, the whole world,
exactly,
everyone is divided. And
exactly.
all they want to do now, how are they going to conquer us? They've got this vaccine. So they got the vaccine and they got this fucking virus.
Yeah,
The virus itself could be fucking damaging. That could be just as damaging as the fucking vaccine.
exactly.
So if you don't get a fucking virus, if you don't get sick from the virus, they're gonna jab you with the fucking vaccine and they're
Yeah,
gonna make you sick with it anyway.
yeah,
So you're still gonna get that fucking. You're still gonna be shooting blanks.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, fuck it. Like, so what if you're gonna be shooting blanks? Like, live your
Yeah.
life out. That's it. And then when you die, you die. Who cares?
Yeah, but then you only have 80 years from the person, or say roughly life expectancy is 80 years
Yeah.
from the last baby that's born today. Let's say right now,
Mm.
right? Everyone's sterile.
Yeah.
The last child that was born right
Today.
now,
He's gonna be the last
80
person.
years from now, let's say life expectancy, or 80 to 90 years,
Yeah.
everyone else is going to be dead.
Everyone. Yeah.
That's not a long. That's I mean, like that'd be a really fucked up thing to go through.
It'll be quick. It'll be
Yeah.
quick.
Be-
People will just be dying now. Like,
You'd have a clock saying like,
what the
end
fuck
of-
would you
end
do?
of
What
human
would you do if you found out? Like,
existence.
because there's no point of anything now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
there's no. Is there a point? Like, if I find out now that I'm going to die,
Mm-hmm.
well, I'm going to die anyway. We're gonna die anyway.
Yeah, yeah. But
right?
if you were to find out that the entire human
Race is gonna
was
die.
going to become extinct, like,
Extinct.
our days are numbered now.
Finished.
Like it's going
There's,
down. Like a
that
clock,
doesn't
yeah.
matter what you do. You can just fucking like.
Well, would law still be upheld?
Would you put your rubbish in the bin? Do you know what I mean? Like, are you
Yeah,
gonna
it's bizarre.
fucking?
You reckon vegans would just start chewing on meat?
Yeah, well, yeah. What the fuck? The animals are
What
gonna be ruling
happens?
the world after we die.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like,
I
you know,
mean,
it's not that we're gonna.
I feel like a lot of people, if that was the case, a lot of things like that would be happening. You know, like. But I feel like just on a,
Is it gonna be complete lawlessness, or do you think we're gonna keep it together till the last? As a
don't know,
human
I
race,
feel
do you think? Do you think?
I feel like the natural default setting for a human being is to want to care and protect. people.
I reckon we gotta worry about the fucking Yankees, man. They're gonna send some nukes somewhere. They're gonna just go like, okay, if we're gonna die, let's fuck up China straight up.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Yeah,
they're gonna
they're-
fuck China
they're
and
very
Russia.
antagonistic, you know, the states, I guess.
They're gonna
Throughout
fucking.
history.
They've been a little bit fucked up like that in the head. I think if that's the case, everyone's gonna go a little bit ballistic. Okay, it doesn't matter what you do. You don't even have to shut down any power stations, because if we all die, and even if they all fucking, if everything here blows up, it doesn't fucking matter,
Doesn't
because
matter,
in a few fucking in 50,000 years, it will all be green, lush,
Exactly.
water, little
Yeah.
monkeys running around,
Yeah,
birdies like.
exactly.
They're gonna be a little bit fucked up from the radiation, like probably. But
Well, they could
but nature
evolve
will
into a new species. You
yeah,
know?
nature will fix it. Nature will
Exactly.
fucking keep the strongest, and fuck, that will change everything.
It would.
That'll be
It would.
that's where the dinosaurs fucking will come out, dude. It happened before.
You reckon
Yeah,
it'll happen again?
Yeah, maybe like all this radiation would make the crocodiles like fucking massive.
Yeah, it could make them super intelligent. Like, what if they
Yeah.
were, more sentient? Or not sentient, like
Transient?
yeah, like conscious and aware.
Yeah.
These creatures.
Apparently, crocodiles don't die. I told you that before. They don't. They don't. There's no like. They don't die of old age. They can just either grow small, or keep growing bigger, or stay the same. But they do not die. They
Yeah.
only die from injuries.
From injuries.
Yeah.
Nah.
I
surely
swear to
they have
God,
a
they do not die.
lifespan.
Nah. I swear to God, there's like crocodiles. That turtle
Yeah.
is the same. There's like the turtles. They just fucking. They only die
I know
because
there's
of
some turtles that live for like over 100.
500, I think.
500
turtles.
years.
I think so. I'm talking shit
dunno.
probably, but like a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know it was that. I didn't know it was that to that level.
Yeah, yeah.
To that number. But
So that's what's gonna rule the world. Like all those little planktons and shit. We're gonna all die. Those
Yeah,
cunts
yeah.
under the ground. The fucking all the elites are gonna come out. Oh, all the fucking Hillary Clintons and shit, and Bushes and that. They're all gonna come out from under the ground, like, and fucking enjoy.
Yeah. Well, they're only gonna last so long either. Like they'll be dead before the youngest generation.
Yeah, so their
'Cause
generation
they're
is
gonna
gonna
live
be
out
under
their
the ground.
lifespan. Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
They'll only have the opportunity to live out their lifespan if we're all sterile. Yeah. Would be a very interesting world to live in. Like, for me personally, if something like that was to go down, I don't know, I would just be around my family, or, I mean,
Why are you not
Find-
around your
find-
family now?
find somewhere beautiful to live, like,
You can live your life like just fucking keep going surfing. You would have to work because you'll need to buy food. Would still have to keep some sort of normality.
yeah,
The police have to still do the police, otherwise there'll be fucking murderers around everywhere.
of
Like,
course, yeah.
you're not
yeah.
gonna drop your job. You need to fucking survive for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
Right?
you'd lose.
It's
Yeah,
just
I'd,
that,
I'd
like-
be like, I need to go learn how to fucking look after myself,
Well, no,
directly look after myself, like,
you want to learn how to grow potatoes and
yeah,
shit.
so, I don't know, something to live out
Collect
the rest of
fucking raindrops.
What's the point of like pursuing a career in a world where
Well, there's no point
No,
of
no, mate,
like a lot of jobs will have no point.
exactly?
No, but like, what are you gonna do?
Let's build this
Fucking
building, like no, we're all gonna be dead before you build that building.
Yeah, yeah. Or like, let's do cancer research. Done.
Exactly, yeah.
Done. Like
Finished,
all
yeah.
research is done.
Exactly.
All the research
Yeah.
and all the fucking jobs that have like, are you gonna
It-
go and do it? It's done. Are
Yeah,
you gonna do your
exactly.
degree in fucking economics?
Exactly.
No,
There's
well, no,
point.
you're not.
Yeah,
No
exactly.
point.
Imagine that, like, isn't that interesting how it would change people?
It would change.
Imagine live your life like the human race is going to end. You know what I mean? Like, you would. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, there's no point of like, are you gonna you probably still play music and draw.
yeah,
You
like
draw,
You'd be creative. You'd play music. You'd want to dance. You'd want to be social. You just want to
enjoy.
enjoy the time with all of these other people. Like, it would sort of remove. I don't know. Like, it would just change a lot of things. Like, it's
What would it remove? What are we removing with that? That's a very interesting thing you said.
it
Like, it
would
will
remove like. I feel like it would remove ego quite a lot. You know what I mean? Like, rather than being so centered or focused or even selfish, I feel like it would just remove that. I feel like collectively you'd all have this same feeling of like
Would I still
we're
teach
all in this
wrestling?
together. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Like even to that level, like
Would I still fucking? I would go to the gym. I would still want to wrestle.
you do the things that
I would
make you
still,
happy.
yeah,
You
I'd
know,
still because I love wrestling.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love jiu-jitsu. I still
yeah,
do that.
yeah.
I guess, but would somebody want to? Why no? Why not? Why wouldn't they want to learn? They still need it in their life. They still
Exactly.
want
It
to
still
keep.
makes you
Yeah,
happy.
it's
Yeah.
yeah. So
It's
you
like yoga. Like people are still going to be doing yoga because it makes them feel good. People
but
are
do you
going to
reckon like scientists would still be continue doing cancer research because it makes them happy? Because there's no point.
maybe they might.
Have a breakthrough in what are you gonna? What are you gonna? No, I think all the scientists are gonna work on how to reverse the fucking
Exactly. That's what it would be. Or everyone would put the energy into how to
Rever-
keep the
human race
race
going.
alive. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
here
Because
we go.
cancer. I mean, this thing is more important than
Yeah,
cancer
so
now.
so the world is gonna keep them being. So they're gonna drive that fucking narrative through the mainstream media, going like, "Oh, we're working on the vaccine.
Yeah.
We're gonna fix the human race. Keep working hard.
Exactly,
Keep
exactly,
yeah. They're gonna
exactly.
keep the slaves
That's
right
right.
up until the end.
Yeah.
And you know what? The media is gonna fucking do it, and all those stupid ass fucking journalists are gonna fucking be writing the stories about it,
Yeah.
promoting that fucking narrative
Exactly.
of
Exactly.
slavery,
Yeah.
continual slavery, and continual fucking pointless fucking pointless want to fucking reach the fucking other planets.
Yeah.
Why the
Exactly.
fuck are we like streaming with the science so hard? Why is there such like
Like
just to
this.
get to another planet?
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like we haven't even like.
Well, we got homeless people fucking
Yeah,
like
exactly.
chilling over there,
Exactly.
you know,
Yeah.
and we still fucking are making new ones.
We haven't even discovered the depths of the ocean in this planet yet. Like, why do we need to go to another planet? Like, let's are we done with this one? I don't know. I mean, I get like the achievement of wanting to explore, the outermost reaches of, our galaxy or our
It's because we're
universe.
bored.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking cunts are bored. I mean, how bored are you to fucking go like, look, see these binoculars here? Let's build a fucking massive binocular
Mm.
and look fucking really far away. You know what I mean? Like, why? Hey, bro, why are we gonna do that? Well, fucking
It's
man,
curiosity.
yeah, I just really want to have a look.
Yeah.
I just want to see that dot over there in the sky. I want to know what the fuck is behind it.
Yeah.
These guys are just bored.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Why can't they just go for a surf? Smoke a J, kick back in a shack. Do you know what I mean? Like, talk to your mates, have a laugh, give each other some shit. Go, wake up in the morning, like fucking, go and do a bit of work on your land, look after your animals,
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, fucking with your mates, help your mates, whatever the fuck you're doing.
Just
Then
appreciate what we've got here.
yeah,
on this
walk
planet,
down
yeah.
the beach, have another fucking surf with your mates. Like drink some of that fucking some sort of alcohol you made from like rotten coconuts. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck. Like, don't they make some fucking something like rum from coconuts? They make some alcohol from coconut.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who cares?
Like a coconut liqueur or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you'll fucking
Maybe
get.
you can. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll
Sure
get
you
something.
can. Yeah.
And there you go. There's life. You know what I mean?
That's
Why? Where did it all come from? It's probably the Jewish people, man. That's They fucking came up with the calculator
Mm.
and started fucking just counting shit. Like they kind of went like, oh, hang on a sec, mate. You got 4 rocks. I've got 3 rocks. Something's wrong here. Okay, what about if I give you a rock, but it's a black rock, and you give me 4 of those brown rocks over there? Like, how did it all begin? Like, how did how did they started counting shit and getting money and fucking, and then before, yeah. Oh, it's simple. We know how it happened. We went to school. Anyway, let's wrap this up. It's been fucking 2 hours. What the
Has it
fuck?
been 2 hours?
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
I need another drink and a joint. Anyway, no solution.
Yeah.
We'll
no
try
solution.
to find. Let's try to find a solution on the next podcast.
Where's the truth? What's the actual truth? What the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
I
What
don't
the?
know.
I need to know the truth.
But again, let's see 4 or 5 years down the track, and then you'll have your answer to this thing that you're in at the moment that you just have no idea what's going on. You're feeding all this information, you're getting fed all this information. 5 years down the track, you look back and you go, that's why that happened.
Yeah.
Like, I'll look at 9/11 now, I'm like, I can clearly see why that happened now.
But my advice is like be healthy, eat
Mm.
well, exercise, learn some martial arts. Because if they're fucking gonna come and lock you up, you
Yeah.
better be able to fucking
Mm.
keep your butt cheeks closed, man. You know what I mean? Like you gotta be able to
Yeah.
fucking fight in that jail, man. There's savages out there.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, or in the world, there's gonna be some. Do you reckon it's gonna hit the fan? Shit's gonna hit the fan. Like it's gonna be a bit like apocalyptic,
Yeah.
like fucking. You know what I'm talking about? Apocalyptic fucking type.
Yeah, like post-apocalyptic type
Yeah, when it
event
comes,
where everything just crashes.
yeah,
And I don't know, like, I feel like if it keeps going this way and no one's able to get work again, the economy crashes, people are forced out of their homes, something like that could possibly take place, but I don't know whether collectively we'd allow it to, you know? I think at one point we'd all be like, all right, this is going to shit now. We really need to take drastic measures to get it back to normal because, I don't know, I feel like we wouldn't let it go that far. I don't know, the cynical part of me is interested in that type of scenario, the post-apocalyptic sort of scenario where everything crashes. But
Why? Why are we sick? We're sick of that fucking. Why? What are we? What are we sick of that we want some change? Why do we want change? And are we being just fucking? Do you think people are being a little bit CC kind of like little CC fucking boys?
like,
Because they're
in
like,
what way?
oh, look at this guy on Instagram with the Bentley. I want the Bentley too. Like, how come I don't have a fucking Bentley? I'm a human being. Look at me.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
dude, no. You don't have a Bentley and shut the fuck up.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna come up and cry about like, oh, how come I don't have an elephant's dick? You look at that elephant's dick. I want,
Yeah,
like,
I know.
you don't have it, bro. Chill.
But I guess these are people's insecurities,
But
like,
that's everyone. Like they want. The problem is like young people now. They go like, okay, well, I want to make it in this life. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna buy if I go into the?
if you start appreciating what you have already.
They don't have anything.
No, but I'm saying, like, if you just appreciate what you have already and not
Like what?
always want more, that's gonna help you a lot. It's gonna help you relax. It's gonna give you patience. It's gonna give you more focus. Like,
But
if you're
your
focusing
life's-
on something that is
but if
really
you-
unattainable, then that's not healthy.
No, yeah, but the thing is that your lifestyle is shit. That if you try to go like, okay, well, I'll just be happy with what I have, but then you're just always working. The system is set up so it's like everything's so fucking
Yeah.
expensive that you need to be like the rent is expensive. You always have to pay rent. Like it's like fucking. So you're born into just constant work. Like imagine if like everyone was given a place to live, like for
Yeah.
example, and you just had to work to just
Imagine.
to eat and pay
Yeah,
for
yeah.
your electricity and that. How much easier would it be? You wouldn't have to work so hard or be under
Exactly.
so much fucking pressure.
Think about. I've had a theory like this too. Like, imagine when you were born, the bank gives you this life loan. Rather than going into debt with a house or whatever. Like, as soon as you're born, you have your whole life to pay this loan back, no matter what you do.
What
So-
loan? What are you talking about?
Let's say it's like this new product out. It's like a life loan, for instance.
Yeah.
So you have your whole life to
Yeah.
pay this loan back, and say they give you $200,000-300,000 or something. So now you're already, from birth through school, whatever, you have enough money to set up your own business or do whatever you want to do.
When do you have the access to this money?
That's what I'm like. Think about it. Think about this as an idea, and I haven't really
Thought it through.
thought all of the finer details like that, for instance. But just the idea of, as soon as you're born, you now have the ability to be creative in anything that you love, and have it either be profitable towards you. So you can pursue whatever you want now. You can make a business. You can be a musician. You can be a painter.
Who's gonna
Because
control this? What about
you
if
have this
people just
lifeline.
waste this fucking money?
Well, then I guess it could be.
And they never
you
pay it
could
back.
either accept to have it and then accept to the terms of the loan, So you can say, yes, I'm having a child. I want them to get this life loan. So this loan that they can only access, say, by the time they're 21, for instance, like legal drinking age in the States. When you're considered as like becoming an adult or entering into adulthood, you're making more rational, clearer
But there'll be a
decisions
lot
or
of
whatever,
people.
long-term decisions.
There'll be a lot of people preying then on young people to steal that 300 grand.
There's a lot of shit that would happen for sure. A lot of shit like that would happen, but a lot of things like that would happen now in life as well.
What about back in the day in Russia, when you turned, I think, 18 or you finished your military service, you would get an apartment, like a little apartment. So every man, every man pretty much went to the army, and when they did their army service, when they came out, they had a small, like a one-bedroom little studio or a studio or one-bedroom flat or whatever.
Yeah.
So then they like started their men, they've got a place to live.
Yeah.
La da 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 da. What do you think about that idea? I don't know.
Well,
I don't think it still happens in Russia, but back in the day,
I think it's a good idea. Yeah, I think everyone should have a safe place to live.
Yeah,
that should be provided. That should just be standard.
Standard. I think so too. Like as a fucking, as a country where like everywhere it's fenced off. There's no other way of them, making a living but being part of the system. You're born into the system. You're part of the system. Needs to fucking give them something. You can't just throw fucking people willy-nilly, and you can't be expecting parents to do that, because parents are also in the same fucking position. They're working hard and paying off fucking all these mortgages.
Exactly.
They're not in no position to help their own kids to buy a fucking house. Not every, like some parents are probably rich, whatever, well off, and then do help.
Yeah.
But most probably don't.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Fuck. This is complicated.
Yeah.
Started with Corona.
Life is complicated. Yeah. It is fucking complicated, man.
Anyway, let's leave it there. Fuck it. Just be healthy and fucking do some jiu-jitsu and wrestling.
Yeah.
Get a fucking gun. Get a fucking...
Be healthy and look after yourself and get a fucking gun now. AK-47.
Just get a gun and fucking get bullets. You know what I'm saying? Like, be ready,
shoot
man.
whatever moves.
Anything, man. Just fucking spray it, And that's my advice. I don't know. Get a fucking shit car. Get like a shit car. Put it in your garage and just weld fucking like 5-inch fucking plates on it. I don't know. 5 inch. It's a bit hectic.
Full on.
Yeah, full. 5 inches too much. That's a tank.
Jesus.
Let's go with like a fucking 10 mil. 10 mil ply. Get a... I don't know, man. Like, fucking be ready. Dig a hole.
Paper mache.
Dig a hole in the garage. Put food in there. Like a hamster. Like,
I don't know. Like, yeah.
What do you do, man? What are you gonna fight? Like the cops and all the authorities are in the same fucking. You think the cops are in cahoots with the elites? They just like. I'm just surprised that they can walk around and still have their. You know how the cops have that fucking attitude, like a little bit, like no, hello, no, not like that. Like, let me fucking try to get it. Like, have you got your ID there? Like something, like, can I see your ID?
Yeah.
Like, you got no option there. The way he says is usually like, no, you kind of want to ask him why. He's like, ID, please.
Authoritarian.
Yeah. I'm like, as much as they're probably losing it and dealing with all this fucking possible corona fucking sprayers.
Yeah.
Like they're still keeping it, that act of, which is, I would have dropped it. I would have been just punching cunts. All these protesters.
Yeah. All the protesters.
No, I wouldn't. Man. I'm just taking their side. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
But
I think, like, just fucking relax. Everyone just needs to chill a little bit more. Don't get too scared. Like, don't let the media fucking scare you too much.
I can't watch the news, man. I get fucking paranoid. Like, I watch the news, they start talking Rona, all of a sudden I got an itchy throat, and I'm fucking shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I turned it off.
True. Whatever you like, expose yourself to, you start to, feel it and become involved in it.
Yeah. Be careful. I say be careful. Do the 1.5. Wear a mask if you fucking have to. You know, be vigilant. Don't press buttons. Don't go around. Like I still see people pressing, but you do it.
Yeah.
You touch buttons. I would not fucking
I'm a
touch
button
any.
toucher.
Yeah, you're a fucking. You put your fingers everywhere. Man, I fucking
I
wiped
watch,
out.
but I put the, every time I go into a store or whatever, I still put the sanitizer and shit. So
Ye-
that's like
Yeah, but
that button washed off,
I'd rather not touch anything. I
Yeah,
just
fair
don't
enough,
touch.
yeah.
And you know when you,
But you press the top of the hand
yeah,
sanitizer thing.
but then you sanitize straight away. That doesn't matter. What I was gonna say, but sometimes like even like when I'm in areas, I would stop breathing. I hold my breath. I swear to God. You
Do you really?
know, I do. Like especially if I see someone dodge. You know what I mean? Like they got a bit of red
Nah,
eyes.
I
They're
don't.
a bit looking a bit tired. I'm like, fuck, I'm not.
Well, I can tell you from my point of view, I haven't been doing any of those things,
Yeah.
and I'm still.
You've been lucky.
I'm very healthy.
You're lucky. You've been
Yeah.
lucky.
No, I'm just.
What?
I don't think it's that serious. You know what I mean? Like, especially for me at my age and my health, my condition, I know that I can battle this thing.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
My brother had it and he didn't even notice. They just told him
Yeah,
like
yeah.
later on that he had antibodies. He's like,
Yeah.
okay, fair
There
enough.
you go.
That's good
Exactly.
stuff. Good info.
Mhm.
So he's like right in front of the corona fight now because he's immune. He's like,
Exactly.
you know, he's sterile. He's
Yeah.
not making any babies.
Is that a good thing?
Who
Not
knows?
a bad thing.
Fuck, who knows? But anyway, yeah. So yeah, stay safe. We'll fucking pick up another subject. What's the next subject? What's the next
We've got a-
podcast?
Got a list. Yeah.
We got the corona.
But the corona sort of spilled into this quite a lot, you know.
Into what? What's the next?
Got a list here. It's-
I want to talk
Like-
about the future. Well, that was we
Yeah.
talked about it. It's
Exactly.
fucking yeah. Get a
Exactly.
fucking gun and a fucking like a biofuel.
Sustainability.
Yeah, biofuel fucking 4-wheel drive. I don't know. What's
Yeah, a lot of-
sustainability?
Sustainability, society, psychedelics, trauma, self-healing. I mean, we've spilled into all of those topics just with coronavirus.
I know. Well, next
perhaps
one.
psychedelics we didn't, but
Yeah, let's do
that's
that.
a very specialized topic for a certain
It's a long one.
group of people. Yeah, I guess.
So next one maybe be psychedelics, drugs.
Mm.
We're going to talk about drugs, smoking
Yeah,
crack.
psychedelic experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of nice little stories about doing mushies in that.
Mm.
Oh, spilled in there.
Yeah. Yeah,
Anyway,
so do I. I've had some experience on mushrooms as well. It's very enlightening experiences. Good positive experiences.
yeah. Well, we're not going to
Mm.
promote drugs and taking mushrooms.
Yeah, no.
But we're just going to talk about our
our
experiences.
personal experiences. Yeah. People
Yeah.
can,
Yeah. They're not for. Well, drugs are bad.
yeah.
Are they?
People make decisions on their own discretions. You know. Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of things that are bad. Like if
That's-
you jump up and down for too
Mm.
long, it'll be bad for
That's
your
right.
knees.
Yeah, drink too much milk, it'll fuck you up.
Probably you'll have
Yeah.
the shits, 100%.
Yeah, exactly. What?
This shit
I
hard.
mean, yeah.
You know what I
Anyway.
mean?